Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Junior Speed Chess Championship brought to you by Chess Kid. I'm GM Daniel Naroditsky, and it is my pleasure to be commentating an amazing match today between Grandmasters Arjun Erigaisi and Domaraju Gukesh, and an honor to be commentating today with Grandmaster Vidit Gujrathi, one of top players in India. Vidit, how are you doing? Are you as excited for this match as I am?
I'm looking forward to it, and more than that, I'm impressed with your pronunciation of the names. Good job.
Well, I was practicing all morning. I don't want to disappoint. I try to do my part, but I appreciate it. Well, before we delve into the games in just a couple of minutes, we wanted to remind you of a couple of things. First, let's take a quick look at the bracket as it currently stands. Yesterday, of course, we saw Nihal Sarin delivering a scintillating performance against Andrew Tang and advancing to the next stage. Vida, do any names sort of catch your eye? Do you predict any sort of early favorites as you look at the bracket?
Yeah, I think few names stand out to me. I think Sarana is a good player, and I see Esipenko. It will be a very tough match. I think they both play against each other. I see Parham, who plays quite a lot online. I think he'll be one of the favorites. I also see Martirosyan there, Jeffrey Chong. So I think these players really catch my attention. I think those are the players to look forward to, I would say.
Agree completely. And we do have a sort of statistical forecast, a prediction that should be taken with a grain of salt. That prediction says that Nihal Sarin will indeed be the winner, and he will defeat Sam Sevian, another blitz and bullet juggernaut in the finals. But once again, that is to be taken very much with a grain of salt. So many of these players
I
can.
think in this prediction, Alexei Sarana is maybe the favorite against Sam Savian. Just
Mhm.
saying.
No,
I
I
don't know.
agree. It's definitely a lot of X factors here. But speaking of predictions, we have our Smarter Chess match prediction for this match today. And Vidit, it is giving an overwhelming percentage, probability percentage to Arjun Erigaisi. What do you have to say to that?
Yeah, I'm surprised, but not so surprised because, as you said, earlier when we were speaking, that Arjun is really good in Blitz and he's always there on Chess.com playing Blitz. And you have played a couple of games with him. I know Gukesh better than Arjun. So I know Gukesh is a very creative player and a fighter, but I don't think his skill set, like his best skill set, is Blitz
Mhm.
or the faster time format. So I think this prediction is correct. I don't agree with the percentage, but still Arjun is like the big favorite, I would say.
Mhm. Well, we will certainly be delving into that further as we take a quick look at the format and the time control. Just to remind you, we of course have 16 players, and the time control is 90 minutes of 5+1, then a break followed by an hour of 3+1, another small break followed by 30 minutes of bullet 1+1. So a 1 second increment in all of the segments. And we will have that, of course, for the match today. As we gear up, we will have liftoff very, very shortly. And as you mentioned, Vidit, definitely, I've seen Arjun around playing so much Blitz. I've played hundreds of games with him. He's
Mm-hmm.
definitely more experienced, and the ball is definitely in Gukesh's court.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I think Gukesh should have better chances in the 5 minute portion compared to the other time control. I think he
Mm-hmm.
has to really set the pace there. Otherwise, if he gets down on the scorecard, I think it would be tough for him to come back.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we saw that yesterday with Nihal sort of setting the tone. I mean, it was even for most of the 5 minute board, and then at some point Nihal just took off. So I agree. I think when you're the less experienced player, the 5 minute portion, it's a little bit closer to classical chess. So you have, sort of a little bit more leeway. And you mentioned, Vidit, that Gukesh, you said, is a very creative player. So maybe that extra time in the 5 minute portion will be to his benefit. And here we
Yeah,
have liftoff.
you can expect some King's Indian from Gukesh.
Well, we have right now Arjun playing white in the first game. We have a Queen's Gambit. We had a lot of those yesterday, actually. And
Mhm.
a Catalan.
Okay, interesting. DC, A6, very trendy line.
Hmm.
Knight
Yeah,
C6.
completely not up to date with a lot of the theory. But looks like black is trying to keep the pawn. And yeah, that's become sort of fashionable, hasn't it?
Queen e2 is not supposed to be the main move. Like knight fd2 is supposed to be the main move.
Mm-hmm.
I played queen e2 myself, but if black plays accurately, he's more or less okay here.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Like,
he is up the pawn.
careful.
He's
Yeah.
kept the pawn for sure. Where is white's compensation coming from? I mean, does he go for knight c3 and e4?
Not really. I think the idea is to play bishop b2 maybe sometimes,
Mhm.
and bishop d6, knight e5,
Uh-huh.
those kind of ideas. Then you exchange off, the bishop and you get some play. Or you can play like bishop d2, rook c1, and knight e1. So the idea of bishop
Uh-huh.
d2 is that you don't allow knight to b4, and then it's kind of awkward there.
So there's that tension, and you go for the c5 square. That's a really interesting positional idea. So it seems like you can play this more tactically. You can play it more positionally. But Arjun taking his time here.
Exactly. He seems a bit surprised. Wrong moment to think if you're entering this line. But I expect bishop b2 seems much more natural than bishop d2.
I agree. It seems a little bit less awkward. And you could still maybe go for rook c1. Putting the pressure immediately, it seems, on Arjun. I never enjoyed these lines where I don't know, giving up a pawn for positional compensation and blitz, it can be difficult to prove stuff when you have such limited time on your clock. But here we have knight e5 immediately.
I really don't like this move.
So if you take
bishop b7, I think is the point. Rook b7, de. Now knight, where should it go?
Well, it's actually not so simple because knight d5, there's maybe knight d5 with the idea of putting it on b4, but then rook takes a6.
Knight b4, you have rook d1 is what you are.
Oh, well, first of all, after knight d5, I can, rook takes a6, you want knight b4 here.
Yeah, but then rook d1, right?
Rook d1, exactly. Black is not developed here, so this could be dangerous.
Doesn't feel like the most appropriate way to play.
I agree.
Knight e5. Can you play knight b4? But then it's a concession. Yeah, knight e5 played. Okay, bishop b7.
So I guess we'll see. Maybe knight d7, but that felt a little bit awkward to me. Knight d7, you could consider going rook d1. You could consider taking on a6. And if knight takes e5. Yeah, I mean, rook d1 is also, I think, but maybe now the queen moves somewhere. But okay, I mean, it's okay. And this could spiral out of control for white, if the pawn is lost. So white needs to be very careful. But maybe rook takes a6 is more prudent. Let's see what... So he's thinking, Arjun is thinking after knight d7. This seems to be a critical moment here in the early going of the first game.
What do you think? What do you expect? Rook d1 or rook a6?
I think rook a6. Because if knight takes e5, you can attack that knight, let's say, with bishop b2. That seems to be a little bit less of a risky continuation.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah, rook a6 seems good. Then maybe knight e5, bishop b2. Bishop d6, there is f4 always, right?
Ooh, yeah, and then g7 potentially falls. Now, queen d3, I thought, but that leaves the 8th rank exposed. That seems very dangerous.
Rook 8 look nasty there.
I mean, maybe, but king e7, there's no way this can possibly survive. I mean, even an endgame doesn't seem particularly appetizing. So, so rook takes a6 to me at least looks risk-free. It looks natural. But there's definitely something to be said for trying to keep the c5 pawn.
Very interesting, like very exciting game right away. Not like a boring opening. They're going for the blood.
Exactly, both of them. And I agree with you. I like this approach for Gukesh to try to put the pressure early in the 5-minute portion. But obviously the question of will it backfire? We saw this yesterday. They're not afraid to spend a lot of time in the first 15 moves trusting, especially the more experienced players like Arjun, trusting their abilities with seconds on the clock. And
I missed the match yesterday. Okay,
how dare you leave the comment? No, that's it. I'm not commentating with it. Completely unacceptable. Completely unacceptable.
Well, it's a bit late in India, so that's why.
I don't want to hear about it much. You've said all I needed to hear. So rook d1, in fact, played. Now queen a8, is that what we were thinking Gukesh might choose?
Yeah,
then maybe retain that
bishop b2, right?
Yeah, and let's say black just develops with maybe bishop e7.
Yeah. Knight c3. I want to play knight b5, for example.
Yeah, so knight b5 is a threat. Maybe knight c5. Oh,
Knight
knight
c5.
b5, knight b3. There's like rook takes a6 ideas, and
I
then
would never take knight b3.
yeah,
They're
no,
like castle in the first,
yeah.
blink of
First
an eye.
second you have, yeah, exactly. So
Yeah,
bishop b7, that's what he's trying to do, but that creates its own problems with the knight on d7. So rook takes a6 here. Is he intending to castle? And does white have any way to potentially exploit this knight? Maybe queen f3 aiming, but then there's like knight takes d5. Ooh.
yeah. 95 is a nice tactic, by the way.
And the rook on d1 hangs just for the crowd here if queen takes b7. So a lot of really sharp tactics here and not a lot of time anymore to consider it for.
But rook a6 castle, I will not be like upset now with white. Like at least I got my pawn back. I'll play bishop b2 and I think white is better for sure.
Yes, a little bit, yes. And then maybe rook can swing over to c6.
Yeah. No,
Maybe
I think
he's
black
looking for
misplayed
more.
somewhere. In my opinion, black misplayed. I don't know where, but it definitely. But why is Arjun so slow?
On the flip side, I was going to say 2 minutes to the good here for, and there we go, rook takes. But that seems such a natural move. And yeah, definitely it seems like Gukesh has to castle here. Otherwise, there will be hell to pay after queen f3, queen c6.
Yeah. He has to castle. Maybe queen c8 is an option. I don't know. But yeah, I'm not so happy with black's position, to be honest.
Right.
Once I dislike a position, it's very hard for me to like it back.
No, I completely agree. The pawn has been recovered and a lot of positional pressure. So bishop b2 is the simple move, and he's done it. Now Gukesh has to unpin himself, it would seem to me. Maybe queen to c8. At least try to liberate the knight, get some sort of leverage here. And a rook c6, maybe rook b6, giving up another pawn on b5
yeah,
too.
but then it's like slightly tragic. Like you just pawn down and suffering.
Yeah, you thought you would at least be a pawn up and suffering. Now you're a pawn down and suffering. Oh my god. Rook c6, there we go. But this rook is like a splinter. And knight b8 just doesn't seem very appetizing. Even if you get c5 in, that weakens d6.
Yeah, also knight c5, sometimes you have to be careful about some bishop a3 stunts. But right now it's not working because of b4, yeah. Maybe just queen c2, for example.
Right, and you're threatening to take the knight.
So what's the current position? Okay, this is the live, yeah.
This is the position. And
c6 is a good move. I like it. Good move.
Great, yeah. Just laying down the wood here. And these positions, like if you solve one problem, it's like you open the door to 4 other problems. And that goes for like if you play c5, you weaken this d6 square, and then white's knight could head there, or knight f6. I mean, there's a million things awaiting black. I have no idea what to do here.
Rook d8. Just develop. I think he'll play rook d8.
He's still thinking.
He'll play rook d8. Trust me on it. Take my word.
I'm trusting 100%. Rook d8.
No,
this was a glitch. It was a glitch. No, but that's a mistake. I think queen c2. You're absolutely right with it.
Yeah.
And the knight has to go right back.
Yeah.
Because it threatens rook takes c5.
Yep. Knight c5 is a mistake. I think he felt the pressure. Usually in 5 minutes, if you think for 1 minute on a move, that means that something is wrong. At least on the board or in your mind, something is like just not right there. Because you are like, okay, hesitating and you don't really want to think for a minute, right? And usually the pressure on the position makes you do that.
Yeah, that's a terrible sign. You're not satisfied with anything. And here I think Gukesh has to accept the inevitable, keep that time advantage. Now, after knight d7, it's definitely not losing yet. White has to prove exactly how he's going to make progress. He can triple on the c-file. And I know, I hate to say this, but bishop d8 keeps things together for the time being. But now maybe the knight can just head to like e4 or something like that.
Is this the live position?
The live position is rook d8, bishop d4.
Okay.
So he's gone rook d8. He had some ideas of infiltrating to d1, but now he has to go back to d7.
Now rook c1, right?
Yeah.
Is this like just lost?
I think it is, because now the c7 pawn falls. And
but I think you're the expert of surviving such positions. So.
I'm the expert at dirty tricks, flagging, and the 1 second increment. It really, as we've seen in the early going of these matches, it really changes the dynamic a little bit, but not a ton. Time scrambles are still time scrambles. So,
I see that Aran Hawaii was in the chat and he said a wild Vidit has appeared. I guess he's referring to my hairstyle, which is again not out of choice, but due to the pandemic, everything is closed.
Oh yeah, no, I completely concur. It's,
Knight
self
d2.
upkeep is not easy, but I think it looks good. Don't, yeah.
Wait. Now bishop b4 might be played. Nah, knight e4. Yeah, would
Yeah, yeah, the knight. Oh, but then rook c7. Ah, and the rook on
queens.
d8 wins.
Yeah,
Oh,
bishop f8. I think bishop
cannot
f8 is
make a
good
move.
move. Good move. Bishop f8 is good.
94 anyway is
Yeah.
possible. He decides to release the tension. Now go 94. Now the knight potentially hits d6. 7 seconds for Gukesh.
Queen d5, good move. Yeah. I love this time pressure part. It's just
Oh, it's
absolutely
great.
amazing.
Buckle your seatbelts, guys. Don't forget. Queen e4. Going for the queen trade. Very practical decision, it seems to be
Queen
by
d.
Arjun.
Oh, nice. I think black played the last couple of moves better than white.
I agree.
Yeah.
Dropping the queen back. Maybe. But what to do? 2 seconds left.
Yeah.
Dropping his knight back. h4, improving the position slowly. Queen back to 8, preparing knight c6, stopping it. Look at the prophylaxis by Arjun. Every threat seems to be by Arjun, yeah. And he loses on time.
Oh. Yeah, that's the worst. You should never lose on time.
Yeah.
That's the worst.
Now, the position was, of course, incredibly difficult, but
yeah.
I hate to be the backseat driver, but sometimes, Vidya, you just have to make a move. You just have to make a move.
Yeah.
But a big time score here by Arjun.
Good game by him, by the way.
Victory. Very good
game. Very controlled. Nice effort. Yeah. Gukesh played well in the opening part, like opening phase, put some pressure, but somehow he couldn't sustain it. And once the pawn was gone, I already felt a bit, I lost a bit of hope there for black.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's just psychologically very difficult to play those positions where you've lost that one thing you've suffered for. And we have a King's Indian attack here. Now, as this game is still in its early stages, I think we can take this opportunity. Vidit, I noticed that recently you've been participating in a really interesting project that involves masterclasses by a lot of top players. And I thought that was really cool. Could you perhaps tell us a little bit about what you've been working on and what that project involves as this game proceeds from the opening to the middle game?
I mean, right now you must have seen that even during Olympiad, there was like so much of interest. And at the finals in one of the streams, there are like 68,000 people watching. So there is like a certain chess boom in India. Mm-hmm. And many people are interested in the game. So which is very cool. And there's one company called An Academy, which is like one of the biggest education giants in India. And now they are like moving into chess, which is like really awesome because it could really lead to a lot of new people playing chess, which is of course very nice. And what they've done is they've decided to make a platform. It's an education platform. So all the top grandmasters of India are teaching there, including me. Like there's Anand, there's me, and there might be even Kramnik joining in soon, fingers crossed. So
the weak players. Are there any actual strong players that are like qualified instructors here? Jeez. That's awesome.
Yeah, they contacted Robert Hess, but he was too busy. Yeah, so it's very nice. So every other day, I'm giving a masterclass and like basically taking through my journey. So anybody if is there from India and they want to join, it would be great. It's An Academy and it's a discount for. They have an early discount right now, so they can just use Vidit94 as a code and join in. Yeah, it would be great to get master classes from.
And how do you spell the academy? Is it you said
sorry, I'm speaking too fast. An Academy, UN.
Mm-hmm. And I'm going to type it into the chat. UN and then Academy.
Yeah. I'll also just paste it.
Absolutely.
Thanks, Danny.
Of course. I mean, that sounds like an amazing project. I'll check it out myself. And awesome to hear that you're participating in that video. It's so heartening to see chess boom all across the world, but particularly in India. I've noticed a lot of GMs are doing some incredible streams, instructional and playing blitz. And it's great to see so much engagement. Very, very heartwarming. What else is heartwarming, I think, is White's position here. Now, I never really know how to evaluate these positions. It looks really good for White, but if Black just closes things up with F5, how extensive do you think White's advantage is here?
I wouldn't say it's like a big advantage. It's just a game, right? My first idea is to play like Rook D1 and I want to play knight e2 and c4, like break through there. Otherwise go g4, but yeah, these two ideas come to my mind. It's too soon to say though.
Yeah, G4, I was thinking maybe black can try something like take stakes and H5,
Yeah,
undermining these
but
the F5
g5,
square.
I'm not really worried.
Yeah, then you have this and then this. Yeah, I really like this. I think to some people it might seem like the weakness of F5 is significant, but really white uses it almost to his advantage. So I think that's a great point. He does play knight e2. You really do know. Wow, that's pretty. And a3. So implying that maybe he wants to play b4, and that is immediately stopped by Arjun. So again, the question now for Gukesh, which side of the board does he want to try to make progress? And centralizing his knight for now. Definitely unpleasant here.
You like white? You like white position?
I love white. Well, I have a particular fondness for these King's Indian structures.
Yeah.
And the idea of g4, the more I look at it, black could meet it with g6. Now, I don't think black's position is, in danger of imminent collapse, but your idea of c4, I think, is actually really, really good. If the c file gets opened,
Also, then there's like a very cool idea: bishop f2, bishop h4.
Going for those dark squares.
Yeah, h6 u.
So is he trying to play g5? Is black trying to orchestrate some counterplay?
I guess so. I mean, otherwise, what's the point? But g4.
G4.
I would go for it right now.
Right. This is a great opportunity because. Yeah, I guess black can go g6 now. Your idea, bishop f2, bishop h4, hunting down those dark squares on the king side. That looks very, very nasty. I mean, maybe now black takes and goes h5, but really nothing has changed. And then, as Nimzovich told us, one of the sort of founders of positional chess, you play on one side of the board and then at the right moment, you switch to the other. And that can have a devastating effect for the player that's kind of cramped. Not that I've really ever read my system from cover to cover. That's
I think nobody really read it. It's like peer pressure, everybody says it's a great book and then you just join in and say yeah, it's great, but nobody has really read it.
Exactly. I was going to talk to you about that and get the perspective of someone who's actually really, really good at chess. And there seems to be this these set of books, right? Dvoretsky's Endgame Manual, that all of the GMs, like it's unacceptable to be a GM and say that you haven't read it, except nobody really read more than a couple of pages.
Yeah. Agreed, 100%.
It's really 100%. Funny.
It's just like one player says it and you're too afraid to contradict and you say, yeah, it's a good book. And we really don't want, I mean, I'm not saying it's a bad book, but the point is nobody has read it page to page. Right. And I believe that nowadays it's better to like just learn from your games. And there are very few books which really interest me anymore. I think this positional decision making by Gelfand is like really cool. I liked it.
Agreed.
But most of the books are theoretical, which you can't really like, go through. It's like a task. I don't like that when you have to read a book as if it's a task.
Right. It has to be for enjoyment. And nowadays reading competes with so many other stimulating activities. It's just hard in general. I like reading in general, but it's been hard. But yeah, this whole, pressure of reading reminds me of my school days when I would, I'd get assigned a huge portion of reading and I would only read the first page, but I would read it very carefully. And so when the teacher would test the students to see whether they had done the assigned reading, I would raise my hand and deliver this elaborate analysis of the first couple of sentences. Of course, I did not read past them. So, in any case, now we have some developments in the game that Arjun has castled long. I kind of like what he's doing here.
Yeah, very practical, very practical. He wants to go g5. So I was thinking maybe queen g3, g5, f5, but there is bishop f6. Is there? I mean, it's a bit messy. What the hell is going on?
The undefended queen.
You love such stuff. I mean, you live for such tactics.
Exactly, I do. Now, takes. I do really like this idea for black. Because even if white secures the pawn with d4, and we have some developments here, without further ado, we have b4 and totally understandable Gukesh trying to rip open that queen side, but Arjun has time. White does have the eventual idea of breaking through, but he has a couple of tempi to whip things up. Maybe g5 in this position has to be considered. But I'm going to let him do the calculation as I sit back and sip my matcha green tea. I love to watch other people calculate. That's the commentator's job.
So how do you commentate when Robert is there? He never calculates anything.
But his intuition is legendary. I
Yeah,
love
but
just
okay,
criticizing
you had to
people from the
join
side.
me. You had to join me in the roast of Robert to let me down there.
Oh no, I trust me with that. I'm just warming up. I'll roast him like you've never seen. I'll roast him like you've never
Uh,
seen. Yeah, I know.
G5 played. Wow.
Interesting. So
I
obviously,
I want to play F5, knight e5, bishop b6. Like go wild.
Wow. And
Oh,
then
but
knight
there's
takes
knight
e5.
f3. There's knight f3.
Attack, counter attacking the queen.
Bishop c7, knight e1, bishop d8. What the hell is going on?
Total
It doesn't
chaos.
work.
Let's see what happened. D4 has been played. He secures
Uh,
the pawn on E5.
I don't like d4.
Boring. H5 now looks pretty interesting.
Knight g5.
HG, just set things ablaze. And then take on
Yeah.
G5, go bishop G6. But okay, this is a little bit not very good, maybe. Yeah. This doesn't look like black really has anything. Maybe he does more harm than good. But
Is it like a generic Russian accent or it's like someone specific?
generic, but okay, I can try to be Grishuk. No, but I try this way. It's more like Alexander Grishuk, but okay.
Oh, wow.
Since
That's so
that,
good.
no, but I appreciate it very much. Try to do it as best I can. But I mean, more it's like winning. I mean, this is more like Ramnik's.
That's really good, man.
No, but white is winning here, okay? No, but I mean, okay, I think, this way, that way, okay. No, but conceptually, I think white should be winning here. But is white winning here? This is actually very messy. We're entering the time pressure stage.
No, white is not at all winning. I think it's
No, but
black
I think,
who will
okay,
win.
but I think white is winning nonetheless, okay, because Kramnikov is winning. To understand. But what is
Smooth
going
transition.
on here?
I would take black. I mean, any day. Go h5.
Mm-hmm.
Next move.
Ooh. And white hasn't made anything happen on the queen side.
Yeah. Maybe queen
all.
e3. So like h5 you meet with g5, but still bishop e4. Yeah, it looks bad.
Now he's trying to get the.
Yeah.
Ooh, look at bishop f5.
Bishop
It takes
f5.
queen g3.
Nice.
And
nice.
time pressure, 9 seconds to say this is so much harder to play for white. Looks like the roof has come out here for Gukesh. Bishop takes g4.
Nice.
Uh-oh. This is about to get very ugly. H5 here is possible, at the very least, and he does it. B5,
Yeah.
okay, he's trying the best he can, but black just comes first. Bishop g5, queen f4, queen takes d4.
Yeah. No, it's
But the
not
c
gonna
file is
last.
open, not over yet. Rook c1. Wait a minute.
c5 just.
Yeah.
Or just.
Goodbye. H4 probably, and rook c6.
Oh, he's
king
just
d8.
going for. He doesn't even care about the
He doesn't
c6
care.
pawn. I
No,
would
rook
care.
c8 is threatened. Don't mouse
Queen
left.
d4. Yeah. Queen d4.
Beautiful. Rook h1 to follow, and 2-0 here for
I feel
Arjun.
like, Arjun is playing more consistent, not necessarily like the best moves, but more consistent throughout. And in the last minutes, Gukesh is losing control. Like d4 was a bit like too timid now.
Mm-hmm. No, I agree completely.
2-0, man. 2-0.
Rough start. And you kind of called it. You have the sense of a very experienced blitz player, very practical, and Gukesh struggling in these critical moments. As you said, maybe playing a little bit too conservatively.
Yeah.
How do you make these adjustments during the match? Is that a thing you can do? Sorry, not to interrupt you.
Yeah, no, this line is very interesting because I've played like 5 games with this knight d2, knight c4. Very hard practically for black if he doesn't know, because just for a pawn you get like huge initiative.
Even in the end game, of course, you have such positional control.
And knight d4 is already a mistake after knight d2. b5 is supposed to be the main move. This is like, a bit ugly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
this looks
b5,
really nasty.
Yeah.
And people need to understand that even with a trade of queens, that doesn't mean black is doing okay. He's not.
Yeah, because this Catalan bishop, that's a monster.
It's just dominating. It's paralyzing the bishop on c8. And
I think he'll play bishop c5 maybe. I have a feeling.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's thinking so much. What else can you do?
He took on f3.
Okay.
And okay, that does seem pretty reasonable, I think.
But queen b3 and rook d1, or wait, how would you go about this?
That does look pretty good, actually. What else bishop g5 maybe also.
Not such a big fan of bishop g5 because I don't know what's the threat there.
I was thinking bishop takes f6. Also, you're not supposed to criticize. Only 2,700 plus players can criticize my moves. Oh wait, I'm crap.
Sorry
So
about
yeah, but
that.
I agree. Bishop takes
Uh,
f6 and knight takes d6.
and he might just do as you suggested, because you both are like really good in this online blitz, and maybe the thoughts match.
No, but the more I look at it, I do side with you. And I think queen b3 is the sort of classier move. Maybe there is a reason that you're 2,700 and I'm not.
You're being modest. Since when? What happened to you?
Well, maybe one day. So he's thinking. So he's definitely, weighing the options here. A lot of candidate moves. He can also. Oh, whoa.
Queen a4. Wow, I didn't see that.
So b5. What exactly is his idea? Does he want to take the bishop?
Yeah, queen a4 might not be the move. No, knight d6, cd, and you just help black.
What if we go here and then try to go after that d6?
Yeah, but like even
suspicious.
Maybe even knight d5 and you might be out of the trouble. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's a bit ugly. Queen a4.
Not to mention that bishop d7 is also possible.
Did you even consider it? Queen a4 check?
No, I didn't see it at all. Honestly. Very interesting.
That's the thing. Like these junior players, they surprise me with their moves many times. Mm-hmm. They play some moves which I don't ever consider. Yeah.
Yeah, it's it doesn't even enter your field of candidate moves. I agree. That always it unsettles me because I think, wow, were our thinking patterns really that different? But apparently so, with young players, as you say. Huh. And Gukesh taking his time here, definitely deciding between b5 and bishop d7. What to do?
Bishop d7. Mm-hmm.
Going
He's like a classical. He'll play queen b3, bishop b5. What do you think? It's fun to predict moves.
Yeah, bishop b5, I agree, because bishop takes b7, rook b8. White runs into some trouble. Although you can move the bishop back.
Yeah. Just
move the bishop back. Much like the first game, just recovering the pawn, saying I'm better, and that's what he does.
Yeah.
What about? Okay, b5 may be too crazy.
Or maybe just castle, yeah? Just castle.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's the most practical.
Yeah,
and then maybe white goes rook d1 and keeps the tension.
Queen e7.
Doesn't cash in quite yet.
Yeah.
And you have to be a little bit careful of queen trap ideas.
Yeah.
But I think maybe if you take and then take, white has multiple ways of definitely getting an advantage. And he's up a minute and a half on the clock almost.
Yeah. Like, I really like to see matches which are like extremely close. So I'm hoping like, at least it gets a bit more closer and, down to the last section, that would be much more fun than it being one-sided. Nothing against any of the players though.
No, you're absolutely right. And I think I mentioned this yesterday. It's not like we're rooting against the player who has the lead, but as with everybody, we want excitement and action. And actually does play b5. I thought it was over the top, but I suppose, the idea is, of course, to get this bishop.
I would take it. I have a reputation of being called greedy VD. So I would definitely take it
I agree completely. No, because I just don't see the play in return for that. Also, that pawn on d6 is very weak. You could follow up with queen b4. And rook d1, kind of same concept. If black goes d5, then you could put the queen on b4 and stop black from castle. Ugh. Queen b4 looks nasty.
Yeah, queen b4, and it's a dream position.
Maybe a5, like black can do just enough to dislodge. Maybe queen a3. With that in mind, is a little bit more.
I wanted to play queen b4 and b3, bishop a3, but maybe it's too much.
Yeah, sizzling down that diagonal. Now the queen a3, it stops black from chasing the queen away. I think he's deciding between those two moves. Watch him play something completely different, like bishop f4.
I think this is going to be 1-0. I can. Yeah. We can easily count it. Like very hard for white to go wrong.
I think after queen a3, black has no moves, and then you just sort of develop bishop f4, rook c1, and then you could put the bishop on d6. Should extra reinforcement be necessary?
Yeah, I think in blitz, do you think like the defensive, the skills of defense are really important? Like, what are the most important skills for blitz play according to you? You're one of the experts here.
Well, I appreciate it. I mean, I think this sort of tenacity in defending that's got to be the single most important. Um, just given my entire experience, at least in my sort of view, this ability to not only create just cheap traps, but actually defend objectively, which is underestimated. I think people think when you're defending in Blitz, it's all about dirty traps. It really isn't. I think a lot of it is actually about finding objectively good defensive options with it, and trying to defend objectively, find the best chance. But I also think, things like improvising in unfamiliar openings and posing practical problems, forcing your opponent to make a lot of decisions is another underestimated skill because that sucks out a lot of time.
Who would you consider like the world's best players in Blitz? Maybe online. We don't even consider over the board right now.
Right.
Just online.
In 3+0 with no increment, I would say it's very close between Carlsen and Nakamura. I would, if it's increment, I would side with Carlsen. And within bullet, like 1 minute chess, I would go Ali Reza, Hikaru, and Magnus as sort of top three, very, very close.
Even Ali Reza, yeah, you would put him in 1-0.
Oh, absolutely. If he's on his game, and he is a little bit more prone to tilt, I think, than the others in that category, but he can, his 30-second chess is the stuff of legend, and you folks can trust me in that. It's like he literally has the power of telepathy. He's like a machine. It's crazy. The way that he predicts moves, the way that he can convert a position with 1 second left, a slightly better end game. It's unbelievable, honestly. It's just a sight to behold.
I should check that out someday, because I think nowadays most of the chess is going to be online, and I think this online skills are going to matter a lot, in my opinion.
Well, you ain't too shabby yourself with it.
I'm there, but like I'm like 3,000, 30, 50, like, that's my peak. But not more than that. I want to, it would be nice to reach like 3,100.
Yeah, a lot of it really is sort of having a good mouse and mastering the mechanics of time scrambles, which to a lot of players is of course very distasteful, and they think that's not real chess. But the question is, do you want to?
I felt that in our match.
Yeah. But at the end of the day, you just need that kind of stuff if you want to achieve the specific rating gains.
So you never feel guilty about flagging anyone?
Oh, I
think
do.
That you're past that stage, yeah?
I actually do, because I used to not feel guilty. I used to also do it more obnoxiously. I've introduced a couple of rules for myself when I would say, okay, these types of positions, I'm not going to go after my opponent. I don't feel great about it, but at the end of the day, it's online chess. You have to do what you have to do.
You got to do, yeah.
By
the way, Gukesh fighting back?
Castle, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't think he would ever castle. So
I didn't think White needed to allow that. I think White is still winning for sure. Whoa.
Yeah, Rook C7.
Ooh. This does.
No, Rook F7? What was Rook F7?
Rook takes F7. And Rook C8, Rook F8.
Yeah, Rook C8, Rook F8, yeah.
So close.
My instinct here is to just exchange queens.
Yeah, that does not seem like a bad idea. Pinned all over. No, black is completely lost. He's gone from the frying pan into the fire.
Ooh. Now Rook 8.
Definitely. Rook A8 just crushing. King F7, Queen H5 is just game over.
Yeah, big difference in strength. We have to be objective and say what it is so far, the story. Arjun playing much, much better. Gukesh giving it too easy at some point, like this B5 move. It's like after that, you can't really fight back, That was a big, big mistake.
Do you think he has to modify radically his opening with black? Maybe go for a King's Indian or something to that effect?
He can, but I feel like there's a big difference in strength right there. I don't think opening is the biggest issue. It's just pure practical strength, and Arjun is much more I haven't seen like a big mistake from Arjun so far. I can't recall one where he has played a move which is like not even like top 5 or something.
And we have a rouser here. So, and
I love this opening, by the way. I've played like 300 games in this line. It's one of my favorite openings from black.
Yeah, and it's become more and more popular. It's so rich, incredibly rich with so many different options.
Yep, yep.
Um, Now we have a couple of treats for the viewers as we observe this opening go into the middle game. We have first and foremost live odds, and Vidit, it was very overwhelming. The prediction, it's gotten even more lopsided, 93% to 7%. The current live odds, according to the statistical prediction for
You know
Erigaisi.
what's the best of this odds is if you can prove it wrong, that satisfaction would be amazing. But I don't
Oh,
see it happening today.
well, if it does, he's going to have to start winning very quickly, but definitely
Yeah.
very lopsided. And this is going to be interesting. But the second thing that we have for you are actually a couple of photographs. And they're not just any photographs, they are photographs of the players as their younger selves. Now, they're not old, but even younger selves. And we want you, ladies and gentlemen, to guess the age of Arjun and Gukesh in these photos that you see before you. I'm curious whether anyone could predict the neighborhood. I mean,
So cute.
I would get this wrong. What do you guys think? We have 7.
Oh, someone wrote 6 and 3. I mean,
Whoa,
definitely not 3. Definitely
yeah,
not
that's
3.
a little bit underestimation. Okay, we have some close. Let's see, 8 and 6, 8 and 6, 10 and 8.
10 and
I actually
7.
don't see anyone getting both exactly right, but you guys are very close.
Wait, do you know? Do you know the answers?
I think I have the cheat sheet, so to speak. But I
can I guess as well? Or?
Yeah, please do. I actually want to hear your guess.
Okay, so Gukesh is, I think, 6 or 7. I think I would call 6 or 7, one of these. And Arjun is 9 or 10. I think 10. Yeah, I would go with 10.
You got one of them right, and I think Arjun is indeed 10. And drum roll, please. And I don't know if I'm supposed to reveal this yet, but yeah, Gukesh is actually, believe it or not, 9 in that photo.
9? He's
under 9 tournaments was the I'm receiving for the photo there.
But okay, it might be an under 9 tournament, but he could just be like 7 as well.
Right, under 9 doesn't mean 9, but apparently he was in fact 9 years old.
I can't believe that.
I can't either. So you're saying in this photo, there's only a difference of 1 year or less.
Yeah.
Crazy. Anyways, 10 and 9 is the word that we've received as we transition back to the game. And here I actually think Gukesh has a pretty promising opening. Now, you're sort of the rouser expert. I find it very difficult to evaluate these positions. So how would you approach this?
I would never ever put my king on b7. Never ever. Always on dark square. I never put it on light square.
Interesting.
Now g3, I suppose, will be played. I think one of the ideas is like to play knight e2, knight f4, and maybe some queen h3 if you can get it. Usually the bishop goes to h3, but even queen might work. Or there is an idea of knight e2, knight f4, knight h5. I don't know. Whereas black actually puts the king on c7 or something and plays b4, a5, a4. So he attacks on that flank. So I love this opening for black. I have a prejudice towards it. So maybe you can take white and pose me problems.
Yeah, definitely. If you like an opening for black, I'm definitely taking white. I would never even think of it. Now, one thing that I've sort of seen is the idea of going b4 and then e5. Is there anything to be said? But now you have bishop c4 because the knight can't really get to d5. E5, this looks nasty.
e5 was ugly. Oh wait, it happened or not? Oh,
knight a5 happened. Yeah, I was proposing it. But what I'm really worried about is an e5 breakthrough for white, even sacrificing stuff.
Oh, nice.
That already has to be considered in some positions. Again, I'm not going to calculate anything specific.
What is knight a5? What is knight a5? Bit weird. I love this e5 idea of yours, though. Pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, even here it should be considered. Although d takes c5, I was thinking of like a check. But who knows? Rook d7 here. Ooh, let's see.
Very cool, very cool.
We have knight e2. He's taking sort of the more measured approach. Actually, and I have news for you. Gukesh was actually 6th. So
see, I was right. 6 or 7. I was right.
We were misled slightly, but you were absolutely right. Yeah, there was just no way. I mean, there's a limit to what's possible.
Yeah. How can he be
Incredible.
9 there? I mean, he looks so tiny.
Yeah, exactly. No, I agree. In any case, now you were right. He moves the king away to a7. He says, let's get it out of the danger zone. And the window of opportunity but for playing e5 and following up with a check has passed. I'm not sure about knight e2. Well, he follows up with knight f4, as you mentioned. Knight comes around
Knight
to
b7,
c5.
knight c5.
Nice.
Queen h6, yeah. I was wondering knight h5. Is it an option?
Attacking the pawn.
Queen d8.
Maybe that forces queen d8.
Yeah, and then the other knight can come to d4 if required. Oh, queen e3, by the way.
Queen e3 also interesting. Yeah, not sure what to make of. Well, then queen b6.
Yeah.
Okay, draw.
Get on
It's
the
happened.
scorecard, yeah.
Exactly, just get on the board. Yeah, but I'm sure this game, I think he can set a good win.
I think he should play for it, like play for the win. Maybe go rook h1 just, and go bishop f1, bishop h3. I mean, you have complete control. Even if you play like something solid, it shouldn't be that bad because black is stuck. How do you even play with black now?
Yeah, no attacking chances going, nothing going really. So virtually anything is good.
Like in blitz, do you think it's sometimes better to play like fast and like what to say?
Sloppy.
No. Fast and like the normal moves, whereas not trying to find the best moves, but just play a decent move, I would say.
100%.
That's better than, trying to find the best moves.
Absolutely. And I also think that there's like a middle ground where I sometimes tell myself, okay, I'm going to give myself until 2 minutes, and then I'm going to make a move regardless of whether I'm satisfied with my search. And that way you can compromise a little bit. You can search, but you don't just
Who? What?
e4.
I would never ever play
d4.
b4.
Crazy. Now he's limiting the knight
but
on b7.
But what cost? What cost? I mean, I can't refute it immediately, but I don't like it.
e5 now. Yeah, it just seems so drastic. Now maybe follow it up with c4.
No, I think he'll play c3 with the idea bishop c2, but c3 d5 maybe, and give that pawn, put knight on d6.
And then the knight on d6. This starts to unwind a little bit.
Yeah, I think he'll play c3. Yeah, but b4 is that's pressure.
I agree. It's just one of those things that it's so hard to maintain. It's such a high maintenance move.
Yep.
It's like
before you.
It's one of those things you just intuitively don't. It doesn't look good.
Yeah. And I think if you even put engine, I think it must say that b4 is not the move.
Definitely.
Bishop e2.
Okay, so now bishop c6. I guess does not threaten bishop e4 because there's queen e3 with the 4. He does it anyway.
You see such tactics so quickly, yeah? Like sneaky one-move tactics.
That's basically all I see. That's what I have to make a living off of. But I don't think that helps White because it's not like White can use this tempo of it to do anything. What does White even do?
Yeah, good question. Maybe rook h1 and play bishop f1.
Back to d3. Back to d3, and this is a huge sign that things are going very, very wrong. This is a game.
Would you play a5?
Yeah, I would introduce this tension. But on the other hand, White goes a3. Now I would try to get d5 in at some point. The problem is this bishop on c6 is counterproductive. He goes, I like this move, king d8.
Yeah,
drawing the king out of the danger zone. Rook e1 maybe white should be considered.
Oh, rook e1, idea d5, knight e5 maybe,
Oh, the bishop is undefended.
Learning from you, man. Learning from you.
No, that was nice. Now, it's not easy for black either. h3 now by Gukesh is sort of preparing expansion with g4.
I think Gukesh is
95.
95.
95. He saw it.
Yes.
Bingo. Bishop e8. That is definitely a blunder, but it's not far from over. Now back to f3. Oh, even better. Go after that.
So simple, still, right?
Well, this move b4.
Yeah.
Whoever thought of this move b4. Yeah, here we go. Now knight f6 though.
Or we go knight f6. Queen f6 or knight f6?
Yeah, queen f6 seems more practical. He does go knight f6. But now
it's getting fun.
This is out of control.
I think White
for
will
black.
win. Yeah. White will win.
Maybe take on g4. Ooh. Okay, so clearly trying for the luster pin to definitely take on d5. Get rid of this bishop.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
then b4.
95 without a doubt. And then take queen a6 also.
Oh, he does.
Yeah. Greedy.
Well,
Be greedy.
what to do for black now? Yeah, queen a5 takes. Yeah, he just says, I'm not taking any chances, but
Ooh.
okay.
Wait, what happened?
So he gave an intermediate check.
Oh,
Okay,
he
and
missed
Gukesh, I
it.
love what he's doing though. Knight f6,
Now rook is g3, yeah. Queen c7. Oh, knight
queen
d7.
h8. So he just
Nice,
goes after
nice,
queen
nice,
d4,
nice.
forces the queen and wins the bishop.
And now rook g1, or you take the bishop.
He's making sure to trade queens. Look at that. He's saying, I'm not even taking
Yeah,
the
yeah,
bishop.
yeah.
I'm trading
Rook
queens.
d1, yeah, yeah.
And rook g7 just ends
Yeah,
it
yeah.
basically.
King d2, yeah, yeah.
Ooh.
And trap the rook actually. Yeah, he'll resign. Good game for Gukesh. Finally makes a comeback. b4 for the win.
Wow. So it paid off, I suppose. Although, man, did he go through a lot there.
Oh, Charlotte Chess Center in the chat.
Indeed.
Shout out.
That's my good friend, FIDE Master Peter Giannatas, is welcome. Got the whole contingent here. Yeah, so another Catalan, and the fact that Gukesh is thinking tells me he is trying, scrambling to find a different line.
Maybe he'll play bishop e7. I don't know.
Yeah, just do something peaceful, at least get out of the opening. But careful, he spent 30
good
seconds.
that it's at least 3-1.
Indeed.
He goes for DC. Okay. Oh, he's persistent.
Now, before this gets interesting, the producers are telling me we do have a photo of Gukesh when he was 9, which we are just going to show because we have to save face. And there we go. That is the photo of Gukesh when he was 9. Now everybody needs to be impressed and look at this photo for a couple of minutes here.
Yeah, and Gukesh is clearly visible there.
Yeah, very amazing. I think this was like Ansel Adams actually took this photo, or some famous photographer.
It's so much fun to troll though.
But I'm being asked a question by the production team about how you sit at the chessboard. I mean, everybody has their pose, right? Some people grab their head with their hands. Some people cross-legged. One thing I myself do sometimes is sort of, I don't know how to describe it, but you like bob your leg up and down, and that can make the table shake a little bit.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Now, breaking news alert. What if c3?
C3 knight b1. That's the theory.
And b4?
A3.
A3. Yeah, this is completely out of my. Wow, that's really cool.
But he's taking time. He doesn't know about it.
The point, just to show the people, the audience, is just after a takes b4, this rook hangs, so you cannot retain that wedge that you've built in. Now, is there a particular seating position that you usually take, or do you kind of change multiple times throughout the game?
I think b4, a3, rook b8, like to remove the rook from the pin is the theory.
So and try to retain this one.
And there's a very nice move like ab. Now you have to take it. Bishop b4, queen d3. Trying to take the pawn on c3. You can go e5 and stuff. E5 is an important move though.
And what's the NFD trade queens and then you keep that pawn basically.
Yeah.
Wow. Interesting.
It would be
so
nice
b4 has been played, and he does it basically.
Bishop b7.
But the fact that he's got less than 3 minutes tells me that he's out of theory, definitely.
Yep. Yeah, without a doubt.
And that's problematic.
So, I think AB, there's like an option of going c2, queen c2, knight d4, bishop g2, and then knight e6, intermezzo.
Intermezzo, and then take the bishop. Okay, so we'll see. He's got knight e5. Now, what about c2 here?
Ooh.
And queen takes c2. Now, knight d4 seems significantly stronger.
Did this happen? Probably.
Let's see. It did. That might have been an oversight by Arjun.
Wait. Now bishop c6. Bishop
okay,
c6,
then we
queen
take.
c2. And then I go knight c6.
But what if bishop b? Oh, bishop b7.
Ooh.
And queen d5. Yeah, without this bishop, the Catalan is just not the same animal. Okay.
Nice stuff. Okay.
So
fun game.
This is big for Gukesh, but if he wins this one, I mean, it's a 1-point game, so no big damage has been done, and this is a big moment.
When this match happens, do you feel any pressure when you play them?
What do you mean? You mean when I? What do you mean by
when
that?
let's say if you are in their position, would you feel any pressure of playing, or you take online chess like a little bit more
Oh,
casual?
definitely. And it's about the people. It's not really about the prize fund for me. It's about the number of people watching. They know that a lot of people are watching. Sort of, it's an official event. And I personally, when I played the sort of Katara tournaments, I just my hands were literally shaking. Whereas I can play a match against, I don't know, some Carlson or something casually, and I won't be nervous at all. So it isn't about who I'm playing against. For me personally, it's about the sort of the stakes of the event. But that's just my own experience. I'm sure they have their own things that make them nervous or less nervous.
Interesting. So you are
So,
not worried about Carlson. If you're listening, this was an open challenge by Danya for a
always.
match.
I'm always honored and
Magnus,
it's
you heard it.
definitely.
Bishop e3, good move, by the way. I like it.
Yep.
Exchange of the bishop.
So we do have a situation where white has given up that light square bishop out of necessity, but queen d5 can be met with f3. It's not like this is mate.
Yeah. I like what white did now. Good stuff. Maybe you should not have allowed this bishop a3.
Right. Now, what if a5 isn't impressive, really. I mean, maybe you should play it just to try to limit the knight on b1. But again,
Rook 8.
Yeah, bishop a8 and
pretend
that you're better.
Yeah. But a5 is a good move, though. Good move, a5. Maybe knight c3 is like the best way after that.
And here we go.
Oh, a5 played. Would you play knight c3?
I would. I probably would.
Knight c3, yeah.
Here, yeah. Just get it out while you can.
So far, like in these games, what have you noticed about Gukesh and Arjun? If you had to like draw some conclusions from their games.
I just think the word that comes to mind to describe Arjun is extremely practical. I mean, I'm not getting the sense that he's necessarily better at calculation per se, but he's putting himself in positions and he's putting Gukesh in positions where it's difficult to make the right decision. And as you pointed out, Vidit, Gukesh just doesn't seem to be making good decisions in critical moments. I think it's all about the critical moments. There's 2 or 3 points in the game that just seem to go Arjun's way. Now, some connection problems, it seems, here for Gukesh, but he's back online.
Oh, really?
Queen d6, I think, maybe should be considered.
Queen d6?
Because there's ideas of forking the knight on d5, which, of course, is going to happen. Because, it's not like these are...
Yeah. But, I like white's position. I would pick white. What about you?
I actually kind of like queen d6. I don't know.
Yeah, queen d6 takes rook 8, knight a4, and Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, so knight d5. I'm actually not sure who I would choose. I suppose the time situation is also a big factor here. 2 minutes extra for
Arjun.
For Arjun here, yeah.
Yeah, Gukesh is a bit slow, I would say, comparatively.
And it's one of those positions like an there's so many options here. Like, when do you play queen d5? Do you play f6?
Yeah.
Like I said before, it's like Gukesh has to make all the decisions, and Arjun is kind of simply reacting, and that actually can be a very good thing in blitz. But I agree, white's now better. The knight comes to c5.
Okay, now knight c4, yeah.
Right.
I don't want to play e4.
No, definitely. That seems too committal.
Yeah,
because that weakens the
d4
pawn.
Yeah, queen d8 and some f5 stuff. Oh, he's
done it. Definitely. Queen d8 only seems to be playing into black's hands.
Queen b5 he played. Okay, knight.
Queen c4.
Queen c4, nice.
And queen e8. Queen e8. He's got to keep the queens on the board.
Yeah.
Knight d3. There's bishop a6.
Oh, nice.
Will he find it? And he does. He does.
He played queen e8.
Queen e8.
5 seconds.
Knight g4.
5 seconds only. Okay, this is a big chance for Gukesh. Yeah, big chance for Gukesh. Go f5. Oh, he pre-moved.
Oh my god, he expected it.
He pre-moved bishop a6. That was a big mistake.
Oh, wow.
Queen c7 now, no? No, or queen c3. Bishop e2.
Queen c3. Yeah, queen c7 would have been... But he's got to make a move 3 seconds here. But
F5,
he's got a good position. He's played bishop e2. But he won. What is his idea?
He won. No. He's losing control. He's completely losing control here.
He's giving white too many temp. He's still f5 now, but then he's 6 hangs.
F5,
1 second. He's got to make a move. He's got to make a move. Oh, no.
Losing on time?
Whoa.
What?
Oh, he made a move.
What?
That showed
I saw
0 for
0-0.
a
I
while
saw.
there. Rook takes a5 is an idea, Vidit, and queen takes b4, knight b7.
So nasty. I would never play rook
And he's,
f5.
oh,
Oh,
that is
2 games
painful.
lost
Another
on
painful
time.
game.
2 games lost
Just
on
too
time.
slow. I mean, you cannot leave yourself with 2 seconds in such a middle game, quite simply.
Aye. Yeah, it was like golden chance. Like you got this queen e8, you had to go
Mhm.
f5. It was a big chance.
Yeah. I mean, 1-4, back to a 3-point game, and we have another rouser, and we have 34 minutes left in the 5-minute portion. And it seems to me, well, first of all, it seems to me that Gukesh is having some connection problems because we see a red bar.
I don't see red bar. Where is the red bar?
On his
connection.
connection.
Yeah. I was just looking at black. Yeah, internet issues. I can write a thesis on it.
They are the worst. That is one of the most tilting things just possible. So, yeah.
He'll
now,
retreat e6, yeah.
I mean, it seemed that White had a fantastic position. And there's just so many options in the rouser Vidit for black. I mean, so many setups. It's hard to keep track of with White.
Yeah. The only line I praised, and then Arjun lost. So
right.
I changed it.
Yeah. Commentators curse.
Oh, I think Gukesh has some big internet issues. He wouldn't think for so long.
Yeah, he's taken a minute already, and we can see that he's not in a position where he wants to do that.
Yeah, this is bad news, because they're like, Arjun is a good player. You have to have time, and that's not looking good at all.
Mm-hmm. So if you were sort of his like boxing coach after the 5-minute portion, is that what you kind of tell him? Try to play faster, follow your intuition.
Yeah, but I'm like, objectively, I feel that there's a clear difference in strengths. Arjun is playing much better than Gukesh, without a doubt.
Mm-hmm. That's an issue.
So for me, if I was a coach, I would be very hard to lie to him and say like, okay, you can do it, and this. Or I would just like tell him, play a bit faster, trust your instincts, like don't hesitate. I see many times he's hesitating. Keep in like a buffer of 30 seconds and just go for it. Like, results don't matter. You have like, he's just like 13, 14, whatever, like very young, and just take it as an experiment and just play freely, because I feel he's a bit like constricted. He's not playing freely. He's like a little bit tensed. I don't know. That's the feeling I get.
I'm going to make a bit of a controversial statement, and I don't know if there's any sense in this. It seems to me that there has been this shift among young players where earlier when I was growing up, it was all about being impulsive. The players, everybody was all into blitz and really fast. And now it seems that actually young players have gotten so deep in their positional understanding, at least some of them, blitz is just not a natural thing for quite a few young talents nowadays. Is the styles have diversified from what they used to be among young players. I don't know if that makes any sense. I just got
distracted because even now Arjun was thinking. So I got a bit distracted there when you're asking that question. Maybe he wanted to make it fair. I know what you're saying. Do you think it could be the reason? Because he just thought for a minute to make the times level. Some fair play thing going on there. Nice.
Maybe. That would be very gracious indeed. And
so your question was again, by the way?
Well, I was just saying that, it seems to me that when I was growing up, the young players were all very tactical, very impulsive. Everybody was into blitz. And now we've gotten to a point where some young players are so deep and actually so positional that blitz is not natural to a lot of them, which I think didn't used to be the case. But I don't know if there's any sense in that.
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
Like Nihal, he just like lives on Chess.com.
But not all. I'm saying some. Some are as they used to be, but I feel like at least
they play even more now because due to online, it's much easier to play blitz. So I feel they play even more of blitz. But just the thing is, like, the strength in overall has increased because many people are doing it. So that bridge is not there. Like, you cannot stand out just by playing couple of hours of blitz, you have to really invest time now, because there's a difference between like an expert and just being good at blitz. Because I think
Right.
Gukesh is good at blitz, but he's not 3000, right? That's
Yeah,
the
you
point.
just sense the
He's
strength of
100.
Arjun,
Yeah,
the experience in every single game, every decisions that he's making.
exactly. Yeah.
So, and yeah, so they're both taking their time. We have another sort of
Maybe they're talking to each other.
right, yeah, just discussing the position. Knight comes to F4, pressuring E6, but is
Yeah,
there
I like
enough
this.
pressure here?
He
And again, we
likes
see
this
this
knight
maneuver.
f5, knight b7, knight c5. He seems to be a fan of
Yeah,
this.
he does love this maneuver. Now, the knight on c5 lends support, of course, to the e6 pawn. How exactly does white continue the pressure? Does he go knight h5 and queen h6?
C3. I was thinking about this. I did bishop c2 and put knight on d4. Although,
Right.
yeah, I mean, that's just like two moves I see. I don't see the
Well,
rest of it.
one thing to point out just is that this does not succumb to a
Yeah.
fork because knight d5 comes with tempo. It's acting
You
the
can't
queen, so that's
you can't
possible.
resist when there's a tactic, right?
Oh no, I have to show it. Yeah, I just have to. I have to show how proud I am of myself for running a one-move tactic. Bishop c2 played, and for
There was
Arjun,
There was a chat which said, "Can we have a match between Vidit and Daniel?" I can tell they want to play. I do want to play. Whenever I commentate, I feel like, oh man, I also want to play.
oh,
When I play, I feel like sometimes I want to commentate as well.
100%. You just get into the sort of zone, and you feel the juices, the competitive juices flowing. How about B4 again? Oh my God!
No, he played
He
before.
played it. I can't believe it. I was joking, but no, but there's some sense to it because the bishop comes to
Yeah.
B3 and you pressure E6.
Yeah, also
That's
knight to
hilarious,
d4.
Now, how about FE first and then bishop B3? Because bishop B3 immediately, maybe there's A4.
Yeah.
Although even
No, but
here
still
there's
FE.
FE.
Yeah. But knight c7. Oh no, I
He
think
loves these knight
B3,
maneuvers.
bishop b3, knight c7. I would even play ba, maybe ba queen a5, fe fe, and I got excited for no reason.
Because
I
knight
wanted
D4,
some
now
knight
there's
d4.
E5.
Yeah, I wanted some knight c6 ideas, but they don't really work. Pity.
So he's got A3, and now bishop B3. And it seems still knight C7. How about D? Well,
By the
okay, I thought
a3 is a
D5
classy
and E5.
move. Classy move a3. Nice.
Right.
I like that you can go bishop a2, sometimes queen a2 if required. Nice stuff.
He's playing these positions very well, sort of making
Yeah.
a measured move when he needs
Yeah.
to, and then acting when he needs to. He's got a great position here.
When he gets b4, he feels the position well.
Yeah, it's like it's his move. Now, what to do now for Arjun? Is there even a? Does he kind of sit and wait? Maybe lend some support to the e6 pawn with rook e8. Not an easy position to play for sure.
White's position is like you can even play king a1 and just like wait, and you're still doing good.
Yeah, this seems like a very important game. H5. So
H5.
but that saddles him with another weakness. You know, White
you
could even
play-
consider. Oh, takes knight g6 maybe,
Oh, nice.
and then take
good at
e7,
this
take
tactics.
d6.
You're so good at this. Quick.
Well, I sort of asked myself what the drawback is, right? When you move a pawn like this, it sounds primitive, but you have to check the squares.
Nice. I
appreciate
didn't see
it, I
knight
mean.
g6. I didn't see knight g6 at all. I was only
Is
thinking
it
of like
good
knight
though?
F-
Yeah, I mean, once you take the pawn, right, it's pretty bad for black.
Yeah. It's a very good tactic. I don't think he has seen it.
He can do it still here, maybe even stronger.
Yeah, but it's a very good tactic.
Thanks.
Not
I mean,
like
what if
standard.
bishop b6 though?
And then you
But
like
now
just
you can actually
knight
take
d4
twice than
maybe.
queen d5.
no, but then some
Tactics.
queen 6, queen c3. I would just play like knight d4. And
Yeah, definitely.
Enjoy
definitely.
the
He's done
light
it,
squares.
but he hasn't got knight g6.
Oh, he'll now play knight d5. No, knight f5. What? Yeah, it's still okay, but
yeah, this gets a little bit messy. But the point is now after ef, the bishop is hanging, so you cannot. Well, you can take the knight, but that's the idea. Look at the light square control now instituted by Gukesh. What is going on here? No, white is definitely dominating Vidit, I think.
Yeah, for sure, without
Still.
a doubt. But
So,
still, like you give a
CB.
lifeline. Oh, CB,
Right.
I would never play CB.
Because now it gives black this pawn majority,
Yeah.
even though you have light square control. If you ever lose it, black will have d5.
Yeah, it's
Uh-oh.
a bit strange. Maybe rook c1 now.
I don't love what he's done, though. Yeah, rook c1 I
Yeah.
really like. He's done it.
And then maybe knight d5 and take queen d5 and penetrate with the queen.
Oof, yeah. So somewhere like there, if you trade the knight, he's gone d5. There we go.
d5.
Very practical decision. Again, we see the practicality by Arjun. And I think Gukesh is regretting, in retrospect, not finding that blow. Now, knight takes d5, his idea is what? Just to take and go king
Bishop
a7?
d5. Yeah, and then rook c8, rook c8. And okay, black is worse, but okay, it's not like lost or something.
Yeah, white's king is of course very weak as well. And that's where the time, right? Gukesh was up on time. Now it's more or less equalized. Now he does it. Does it look right to you? Does it? Now bishop d5 though.
Bishop d5. But king a7, rook c6.
Rook c6 comes in.
Rook c6.
Definitely gotta go quickly here.
Yeah.
Just gotta follow his intuition. Bishop e6 instead. Crazy complications here. Definitely looks to be in white's favor.
Knight e6.
What about just rook g8 or something? Okay.
Bishop c7? No. Queen a2.
He's going after the pawn. He can go queen a2 or maybe queen
e2. Queen e2. Maybe queen e2.
But then I'll take on e6 and I'll go bishop b6. And I'll claim that I have some chances. Now look at the clock again. This is very concerning for Gukesh. He's below 20 seconds. He's gone queen a2. Rook d3, knight e7.
E7.
Yep.
Oh,
swing the knight around. He's got to activate rook c5 instead.
Rook c5. Okay, bishop d6.
d6.
Play quick.
E7, good move, e7, forcing the rook to tie itself down. Queen f7.
Go queen f7.
And he finds it.
GG.
Knight e7. And that is the hammer blow.
Yeah. Knight d5. Yeah. Oh.
Or even queen c6. Just
Gukesh.
And resignation from Arjun.
Much needed win. Oh, he has won only in the classical Sicilian so far.
You've jinxed him.
This before.
Now, this is a huge win. And this game, I think, fitted. He showed this improved, followed his intuition for the most part, although he did, there were some chances here and there for Arjun as well. And they're off for...
I guess this should be the last match, or no, there's still...
Still 23 minutes left. I think maybe they were resolving some issues. And we have a Caro-Kann. Okay. So Arjun switching it up. In a very fashionable line, it's been played in blitz against me so many times. I've seen it everywhere these days. This line with knight f3 and d3.
Would you change from a winning line? Like, I don't think Gukesh had found a solution for this.
No, I was about to say, he definitely did not. So there's some deep psychology involved here.
Knight f6 is a bit weird. Now you go d4.
Now this looks like a very good... Is this a very bad French or am I missing something? I mean, he's considering e6, I'm sure, but is there a need to do that?
No. Yeah, just d4.
Yeah, just d4. Ugh. Knight f6 is definitely not the way. Maybe you go g6, you try to make a Gurganidze out of this.
h4. g6 is a move which Robert Hess would play.
Right, exactly.
And I would defeat him there.
With h4, h5, and then resignation would ensue shortly thereafter. Yep. And he's
thinking
maybe also knight b6 is trying to get the bishop out. I think that actually might be. But then even like a4, you can meet that with a5. So something like this, try to get the bishop out. Not great, but at least something. He's gone c5 though.
He played c5, c3, yeah, normal.
I mean, again, I can see the temptation of going e6, but there is just no need to engage in this stuff when you're much better.
Yep.
Or c4. This is one of the DC. I mean, a lot of good moves for white, but c3 is simple and proven.
Yeah, but they're thinking so much for like the initial moves, which is a bit surprising for me. I always thought that you have to play a bit faster earlier on.
Right.
But they're taking time. I think the most fun part is when they get down to seconds. That's the c4. Wow.
So he's I thought about it, but I thought maybe e6 and
no, e6 then cd, and then you have this like weak
pawn, the structure, yeah. With knight c3. So this you're saying knight c3 and you start pressuring the pawn.
Yeah, maybe dc and knight b6.
So d5 is the idea.
Oh, d5 is the idea.
Okay. I thought it was. Okay. Well, I guess we'll cd on queen a5. Wow.
Nice.
Now
Gukesh getting back.
Vidit, I think here, if I go knight d2 and bishop c4, this black is not out of the woods here.
Yeah, I missed this knight d2 move. I got
So
too
maybe that's
excited
what
too
he's
soon.
thinking about. No, but I think he still has to do it. I don't see an alternative. Maybe knight b6 here also is to be considered. But then even e6, I don't know. It's easy to sacrifice other people's pieces, as they say.
I see a comment which says, Vidit, be careful. Hess is a legend on Twitch. I think not just on Twitch, Hess is a legend in general. But that doesn't mean that we can't troll him.
That's exactly. It's why we have to troll him. And Robert is a good sport. He'll understand. He always does.
Yeah, he always does. Yes.
So big time decision here again, as you said, move 7, and he's gone for queen a5 check.
Yeah, 92, good move. Yeah. Maybe knight b6 then. But then e6. E6,
maybe,
yeah.
I know this looks terrible, but can you play f6 and try to just take both of these pawns?
Yeah, I was thinking about it, but I would just like play bishop d3 and give the pawns.
Oh, and just castle
there is
go
knight
for
d4
quick
as well,
development
no?
advantage.
Also, there was knight d4 instead of bishop d3.
Oh, just here. Yeah, definitely.
And some bishop d5 stuff. Yeah.
So he's got knight bd2. I guess, yep, knight b6. It's happened.
Very interesting starting position.
Yeah, it's some sort of advanced Fischer random here. Not that there's anything going on in that realm. So e6 and knight takes d4 possible. But yeah, e6 seems
fun game.
Very, yeah. I mean, 8 moves in, we've got a very unorthodox position.
So e6, f6, knight d4.
So queen takes d5. You could throw in a check on b5.
Knight c6.
Yeah, and I thought maybe something to the effect of, no, sorry. Knight f3 maybe.
Bishop e6.
And maybe castle.
Knight c6. Oh, what? No, castle. Bishop d7. I mean, I'm like Yasser.
And then if you get e5,
if I get a pawn, I just take it.
Right. No, exactly. You just gift me the pawn. He's got a4. Vidit, he's got a4. And he's preparing bishop e5 and queen b3.
I don't like a4. I don't like a4.
But what about e6? Oh, no. That blunders bishop.
A4 doesn't feel right. Although I might be wrong, but it didn't feel right.
Well, the thing is, right, Black can potentially establish this knight on d5 with e6, and then he'll begin the process toward development.
I think he can even play castle now. Bishop b5, knight b3 maybe or something. I don't know.
Wow, that's a really cool idea.
To defend.
Bishop a4, though.
Queen d4. I pretend that I've seen it from
knight c6. Oh my goodness, what madness. Oh, but now you can even move the queen away.
Yeah, but then queen b5 and I lose.
That's good.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so knight takes d4 is also a move.
A lot of fans of your impression in the chat, by the way.
I appreciate it. Yeah, I see.
What's your favorite? I think your Grishuk was the best Grishuk impression I've seen.
I mean, I have a lot that I started to do on my own stream that I'm not sure I'll do during a commentary. But I do, I've been working on
Can you do Anish though?
No, I can't really do Anish. I mean, I can try to do a Jan Nepomniachtchi, which sounds a little bit like Anish, but okay.
Nice.
But I try to do some Russia and some Dota but okay. I mean, I try to play some chess, of course, and I resume to get this tournament. But it sounds a little bit like Anish, I think, maybe with a little bit more accents, yeah.
It does sound like Nepo though when he'll speak. Yeah.
But I've I can try Vichy. I've tried Agad or Kasparov. Kasparov is the one I've practiced the most, of course.
Okay, can you do it or it's
Kasparov?
Yeah.
My first game, against Magnus, it's good to be resuming, chess, even though it's a line, I managed, to create some chances, and after that, in time pressure, I made some mistakes, but overall, I think I'm quite happy with the result of my games, and we'll see what happens in day 2.
I'm sending this clip to Gary.
God, he's gonna be at my door soon.
So right away from St. Louis to wherever you're living.
Wow, St. Louis, Charlotte, a direct flight. Yeah, close by. You'll just hop in a car. It's like 8 hours away. But yeah, there's There's a couple that I'll reserve sort of for my stream, but
And people say your Wesley impression is the best impression. That's what they say in
yeah,
the
but
chat.
can I do it in a commentary though? I
Yeah.
Now it's very and I think most people are understanding that I love these guys. I respect the heck out of them, and Wesley's one of my heroes. So when I do these impressions, it's not out of some sort of disrespect or mockery at all. It's actually the contrary, and everybody has been understanding. But I also try to be very careful about making that very clear.
Yeah. I understand, because sometimes when I'm like streaming myself and I make like a roast of Anish or something, there are few people who get hurt and they think that they take it too seriously.
Right.
So I know what you mean. Like people can take it with the wrong intention. Our intention is just to have fun, to make it, a little bit interesting, and then people take it in the wrong way, think that we are cocky or something.
No, completely. Same with Vishy. I mean, how can one not respect and just adore Vishy? Do Bigfoot? Yeah. I'm working on that. I mean, Agad Mater too. I've been working on. Carlson is the one that has eluded me. What was that?
Carlson. No, I said sorry about that.
What do you want from me? What do you want me to do? Do you want me to
that was
win
Magnus,
piece straight out to the opening and take it all the way to the end? Is that how you win smooth game? I mean, I can't really. It's in pre-production here. So, in any case, we're entering the time scramble phase. It seems like White is actually doing decently. I don't know what's going on here.
I would take White though. Yeah, clearly for 1 pawn.
I take c5, bishop, but what
G7.
if Black goes bishop g7 and castles? One thing is
go
that there is a fork
yeah.
on d7.
Yeah.
So you have that in your pocket. You can go queen b3.
Queen
for
b3.
example.
Yeah.
Then maybe
b3
queen b4.
Oh, nasty.
Where's the queen
man.
trade?
Queen b4 is so nasty. I hate that move.
Oh, that's my one role in life with it. Now bishop d2, very measured.
Very practical, Arjun. 12 seconds though, by the way. Only 12 seconds.
Right to 32. Now he's got to take this home. This is a big chance for Gukesh.
Very nice. Queen d7. He just has to stabilize.
Again, queen d7 in your castle and okay. Yeah, queen d7 castle. I mean, he's got the central control here.
Yeah. Why is he thinking Gukesh queen f6 doesn't feel right? Queen b3.
Right, the knight is unprotected.
Yeah.
That attacks b7. Oh, and
Castle,
gives.
yeah.
Oh, but f3 was
f3.
hanging.
Yeah. But
Queen
still,
b7.
no. King h8, queen b7. Yeah,
that's a
he
huge
lost
pawn. And
there.
now the knight. But wait a minute, he's got 20 seconds to 5.
Yeah, but still, I would take the pawn. Queen a7.
You can start taking the pawns.
He'll take,
2 seconds.
Queen a7. Queen b3.
Goes back. Okay,
Very
but now he
practical.
wants to
D3,
come
D3.
to d3.
He'll play d3. Black should play d3. Knight f4.
d3 opening of the files. I agree.
9 seconds.
He does it.
Queen d3. He'll play queen d3 or rook e4. Very practical
We're
again.
trying to stop knight f4. Let's see, 6 seconds now. Knight b6 trading knights. Okay, bishop c3, but he's trading off a lot of pieces. Will this pawn on e3? Queen c5. What's going on here? d2.
Queen c3.
Oh,
Yeah. Now
Arjun with an iron hand. Just no, you're not.
Rook e7.
And this spirals out of
takes
control.
king e2.
But is it still drawn?
Draw. Yeah, it's a draw. But yeah.
Some work remains to be done.
King
but
g8,
rook
king
e7
g8.
is some work remains to be done here for Gukesh.
Rook c2. Rook c2 check.
Then you go around through the other side. But b5 is going to draw.
Yeah. b5, b4. You're never sure, but yeah.
Yeah, I see. You got to just run that through. And b3, b2, b1. Take the pawn.
No, I was wondering even if you can go king e1, king d1, king c1, but that's a bit too much. What
now with 11 minutes to go.
Very practical player. That's what I noticed. How he handled the position. D3, he just went rook e4, like exchanged pieces. Very practical player. One thing which I've noticed about him.
Agree completely. It's not that he doesn't take any risks, but he does, he just takes the air out of it, and he's up 2 points. There's no need to go crazy. Now he's going to play. Is he going to play this for another 50 moves? Now, again, you can lose this. I think if you're not careful, this is losable. I've definitely lost, these types of endgames. All of a sudden, it's like you're posed with problems.
Really, yeah? I think the rule is like you have to keep attacking the f3 pawn. And rook a5 is also good. You just like do a fortress there. Yeah.
Right, but you start pushing the pawns, and with 2 seconds you can panic. h5.
Yeah.
No, I'm telling you, rook. I think. Whoops. My bad.
Thank you.
Yeah.
King f5.
Rook. I'm telling you, this is scary.
Oh, time.
Yeah, king f5. Uh-oh.
It's 6. Okay, rook a6.
Rook d8, rook h8.
Oh no!
Oh my goodness. Oh, my lands. Oh. And it's still a draw,
F6.
probably.
Yeah, this
I
is
have no
not a
idea
draw.
how to draw
No,
this.
F6. When both the pawns are there, it's just
winning.
winning.
Oh, and
Rook
mate.
c2. What?
Oh.
What?
But it was already lost, I think.
No, but still rook g1, king f7.
I know, yeah.
Oh,
that is
man.
a heartbreaker. Oh my goodness. I guess.
I relaxed and I thought it's a draw, but your instincts, your blitz instincts knew
Well,
that
yeah,
this could be one.
Been in these situations, and it's amazing how many chances can be generated if you're just not very precise, on increment. And that is a
I think
heartbreaker for Gukesh.
that game will be critical, I feel.
Yeah.
5-2, and now it's probably the deciding game of this. Yeah, I think this should
Quite possibly.
I guess this is the last game. I'm not sure.
Maybe, depending on the length of it. But the way that the games have been going, yeah, probably. So we have a win hour with queen a5, queen a4.
b6.
Which
I
has
think
gone
the
sort of in and
bishop
out of fashion.
I think DC, BC, c4 is one of the moves here.
Yeah, I think Nagy analyzed the heck out of this position in his books. I've tried to play this line with queen a4, never had any success with it. Played it against Fabi and got it handed to me, but yeah, that wasn't fun.
h5. Now I think you take on f1 and play h6 maybe, because your knight on c6 is better than knight on a6.
Yes,
so,
but you don't want to allow h6, right? So rook h4.
But I thought bishop f1 first. Yeah, rook h4 should be played. Good move, yeah.
And there we go.
F1, king
now
f1.
DC is potentially a threat.
Yeah, maybe knight, queen c. What, knight e7? I don't like this move. DC and c4.
Right,
like
DC
queen
check.
b5, c4.
Takes.
Yeah, and then rook b1, bishop b4, something.
Right, this can spiral out of control very quickly.
I didn't like this move, knight e7.
That's actually how Fabi beat me. I allowed something to this effect, but king g1, he's playing it slowly. Okay, but now rook g4, like this is not scary. This knight on f5.
But king g1 was a bit weird, no?
Yeah. But now DC is a big threat. So do you play c4? But then g4.
CD, maybe CD. CD g4.
You form still, yeah. Knight takes.
And then knight d4, queen f3. Nice.
Ooh. Castle though, but g5. I mean, again, it's not like this brings back any relief.
Yeah.
You know what I would
who just joined in, the score is like 5-2 in favor of Arjun, and this might be the last game of the 5-minute section. And yeah, things look good for Arjun. Big favorite right now.
What if c4 here? c4 here, DC d5, and just boom goes the dynamite.
Danya style.
Indeed. And well, excuse me. Queen c4 takes bishop b4. He took first, and then c4. But I still like it, right? He's ripping open the position. One has the feeling that things have gone quite a bit wrong here for black.
What would you play though? Like next few moves are important.
G4. Oh. Yeah, it's like a critical moment, right? If black castles goes knight c6, black might very well be better, but...
Yeah. I don't think it's as bad as it looks.
No, I agree. Maybe queen e2, queen takes c4, just like practically, but...
It's just like life, It's not as bad as
not as bad as it seems, yeah. Very profound. I like it. Queen e2 played. Now, these end games can be very double-edged.
I would prefer black, though. Much easier to play sometimes with this knight.
So what do you do here? Do you castle?
Yeah, I would just castle maybe or put knight.
But that pawn on c5 concerns me a little bit.
It doesn't to me. Like takes a knight d7.
No, but yeah, I agree. Rook c8, yeah, knight d6. I can see what you're saying. Although, yeah, bishop h6, knight b6. Just had to point that out. I cannot resist. So knight d7 played, okay.
Daniel is the chit. Great coach and player too. Lots of fun.
Oh, well, thank you, Mark. I appreciate it.
It was a chat, by the way, which I read. So
no, I know. I'm saying, yeah. But, So as we have a lull here, as they're pondering these critical moments, we just wanted to very quickly update you on the odds as they have progressed. We see the bubble heads moving hither and thither, but we see, of course, still a huge advantage in terms of the odds that has remained.
What is that?
I think that's like a live graph of the percentage as the games continue. But we see it basically started around 90%. It moved a little bit up, a little bit down, but it still remains there now.
Fancy stuff.
Indeed. We have every kind of measurement. And we have 89% in favor of Arjun. I think it's shifted from 87 and then it was at 91. But 3-point advantage, I mean, I can understand. Still, and again, I want to make this very clear. We're not rooting against the player in the lead, but I love seeing close matches. So from that perspective, let's see what Gukesh can bring to the table here.
By the way, look at how Arjun, how relaxed he is. Look at him now. He looks so chill. Right when I said that, he leans in, but he looks like almost sleepy and like,
just
like it's not even a match. He's like just there.
Right, just some casual games. But he's, like you said, everything about him very practical. But was it practical to give away the c5 pawn?
Yeah, that was not the plan. Why would you do that?
I guess rook c8 is what he wants and goes for. Actually, that's kind of interesting when I look at it.
Why though? But I mean, you can just play rook c8 and go knight b6 now. This is a bit fancy, too fancy for my liking. I like simple stuff. I'm a simple man.
Right, and I agree. Like bishop takes b6 even, then rook takes c, rook b1. I feel like white's out of the woods for sure, but Gukesh really has to try to win this game. 3 minutes, 50 seconds left. My guess is that there might be one more game after this one, but we'll see.
Yeah, we have like 4 minutes or how much?
Yeah, 3:30 basically. 3:30 basically.
Guys, do you think in the chat there'll be one more game? I doubt so. I think it might go down to the wire.
Well, it depends on whether Arjun is going to take his time.
Looking how relaxed he is, I think he'll take his time. He wants to take his time.
Okay.
People in the chat say no.
No, this is the last game. Perhaps. I have a feeling there's going to be one more game.
But what I've learned from my match with you is that 5 minutes is not necessarily the defining factor. So the game can still, the match can still turn around.
Oh, it can turn around in an instance, yeah. But I mean, for Gukesh, I mean, adjustments have to be made on his end, without a doubt.
Rook b5, bit ambitious. I guess not a bad move though. Not a bad move.
Yeah, so rook takes c2. I guess he wants this, right? He just wants to take.
Maybe knight d5 will be played right now.
It is. Okay.
Oh, wait. People in the chat say Hikaru reached 3,400 bullet.
He did.
Is that
well?
insane?
Because with the bullet addition, though. I mean, Nihal has 3,350.
What is bullet addition?
So they added 150 points to everybody's bullet rating. Chess.com did a couple of days ago.
Oh, I didn't know about this.
Yep. I think to counteract some sort of deflation. So I logged in and I was like, wait a minute. I don't remember being 3,200. Yeah, so it was crazy. I didn't know about it until it happened. But Hikaru was, I think, 3,380, and then he hit 3,400.
Okay. Nice.
Now, what is going on here? Who is better? Because these knights are incredibly jumpy. Knight d4, 23 seconds for Gukesh. I am most worried about the time situation here for Gukesh.
Yep. He's a bit slow. Knight f3, but he wants to win. We can sense that by this move. Yes. b5. Bishop b4 will be played, in my opinion. Then a6 and a5.
Rook
a6
b7?
and a5. Yeah, a5 next.
a5, yeah.
Yeah.
And then maybe rook a7.
Yeah, but then knight b4, yeah.
Looks like it's potentially fizzling out into a draw.
Maybe a6, rook a5 right away. Rook a5, go for it.
No, that was a good move. Right, keeping that extra pawn.
Yeah. Now a5, yes. Bishop d6, rook c4. You know, he might even lose this because some knight f4 ideas, knight h5. I don't know. Bit scary. Knight f4, knight d3, knight f4, knight d2. I don't know.
A lot of threats here with 16 seconds. Knight, you're absolutely right. Knight d3.
Knight d3, rook d1 though.
1.5 minutes though to think about this.
I think
Oh,
he's
he
the knight
just takes the
h5.
pawn, yeah.
G3, a good move, in my opinion. Just stop
Limiting
the knight from coming back.
Great move, I agree. Now he's going to take and come back to f4 maybe.
Yeah, or rook c4 first.
Uh-huh.
Oh no, then there is rook
Then
bishop
there's
a5.
a5, yeah.
Yeah.
So it looks like this will be the last game,
Oh,
27
knight
seconds.
d6.
Oh my
Just
goodness.
takes
Oh, rook c4, very dangerous. But I like this for white. This is actually easy to play for white. Because you wait for him to take and then go c4.
Are you sure? Isn't like it's an extra pawn?
Oh, there is an extra. I didn't see. I thought it was equal material. But still, I don't think this is. Well,
so bad.
Why did I do that again? I'm pressing something on mouse now. Let's see.
No, I think Gukesh losing this would be terrible for him.
I guess I was
c5,
hopeful.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. Yeah. With 4 seconds still. Time is up, so this is officially going to be the last game. Chat was correct.
Yeah. E5, F6.
Drive the wedge in, allowing this knight to come to b3 should that be necessary.
You know, the worst thing for me is when you lose a winning position. I hate that. Like, I can't stand it. Because I feel it's unjust. But
it's
probably
the worst.
It's nothing. I don't think it's unjust, but it's just the worst. Yeah, as you said.
It's the worst feeling. It's the most tilting. I agree. I guess from experience, whenever there's a pass pawn in blitz, there's always the possibility of a swindle. But again, Arjun, he just doesn't allow swindles. He's so practical. He's so careful. King f8, very measured. This is a disaster.
Very
indeed.
practical. That's what I've noticed. Yeah, when you see these games live, you understand them players better. No.
No, I agree completely. That has been the sort of deciding factor, even perhaps, is the practicality and the strength, of course, as you pointed out.
Yeah.
Still not over though. Let's see how Gukesh handles this. He's
Rook
actually doing quite
check.
well.
Rook g3 check.
c2.
His favorite move, knight b7.
Yeah. Now. Oh my goodness! It does it. Oh my goodness!
Knight d6.
Move 50. Move 10.
Yeah. Rook d4 e5. Rook d6 does not work. Rook c3. Or maybe rook d5.
Rook d5.
Rook d5, king e6, rook d6. What?
Oh, rook c3.
What?
No,
what?
And then
this
f6. Look at Arjun. This is losing. Just f6 ties the pawn, and it's there's going to be f6. King d3,
GG.
king b4 is over,
GG.
and that is a blow for Gukesh, and what a performance in the 5-minute portion.
The predictions were not so far off. I think it was something like 7-2 or something, or 6.5, 2.5, and it's 6-2.
Yeah, it is 6-2, and that is definitely a blow for Gukesh. However, the silver lining for him is 60 minutes of 3+1 coming up, and so he's going to have to make a serious statement here as Arjun Erigaisi coming out to a 4-point lead after the conclusion of the 5-minute portion. Well, we have to let the players catch their breaths before the start of the next portion, and we have to catch our own, and I'm sure you do as well. When we come back, 1 hour of 3+1 coming right up. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Junior Speed Chess Championship brought to you by ChessKid. We have the 3-minute portion of the match between two shining stars of Indian chess grandmasters, Domaraju Gukesh and Arjun Erigaisi, coming right up. First, let us update you very quickly on our Smarter Chess match prediction, which indeed predicted a lopsided victory for Arjun. And, well, it really hasn't changed. It came very close to the truth in terms of the 5-minute section. I believe it was 6-2 right at the conclusion of the 5-minute portion. So basically it's predicted the lead. And in order to beat the odds, Gukesh is going to have to make a very, very serious comeback. He's going to have to make a statement early in this 3-minute portion. And we will have liftoff any second here. Vidit, what are your thoughts on how Gukesh should approach this? Does he have serious chances of overcoming the odds and overcoming the lead?
So I think in our match, when we played, the score was like 5-2 or 5-3, something like this. And then you covered a little bit in 3 minutes. And then in 1 minute, you just took the lead, right? So it's still possible to do that. And I guess in 3 minutes, what he has to do is like reduce the margin. I don't think he can cover it up. But even if he like closes the gap to 2 points, that would be a great victory for him, I would say. So
absolutely,
that's what he should aim for. Like keep realistic games. I don't think it's possible to like really kill it with like cover 4-point margin. He goes for King's Indian though.
I like it. Of course, I'm very biased, but I agree. I think that you shouldn't think of it as I have to come back, I have to make up every single point. It's one game at a time, and stay in the game, as they say. Coming back in any sport, basketball, you hang around until the fourth quarter, and then you bout that run in the last seconds.
Yeah, I like that he has already gone for King's Indian. Like, I don't care. I'll play King's Indian. I'm sick of your Catalan stuff. Already a nice vibe there. And he plays this King's Indian positions well. I know him. He likes this. His coach also plays the King's Indian. I know his Vishnu. He plays King's Indian himself. So he enjoys such stuff. I don't know about Arjun, how he'll handle this. It will be interesting because he's very practical, but in King's Indian, it can get out of hands. So very curious to see.
And one thing in the King's Indian is you could be losing, and there's always this chance for counterplay, no matter how lost you seem to be. So
exactly,
that's one of the practical elements of why it's appealing, not only in classical chess, but especially in Blitz.
Do you think he'll go G4? Oh no, F3 already.
F3. So F5 now probably is going to follow.
G5 and F5, no? Oh, okay.
I thought maybe the other expert. Yeah, no, but there's this idea of going like Knight F7, Bishop H6. Maybe it's slow. Now, there's always this question: do you take on Poussin? I would say maybe you should.
Really? I wouldn't do
actually.
So.
That's sometimes annoying to me. That and then B4, actually, believe it or not, I think he's seriously considering it. But we'll see.
I don't like it because then Knight C7, Knight E6, isn't it like easier for black?
No, that is true. But my point is, if you can maybe attack this pawn quickly, go Knight B3 and C5. But I also agree with you. It can get out of hand, as we said. But I think he's agonizing over it. Look at the time. He spent almost half of his time already. This is okay. So he's gone Queen C2. Now G5 is an idea, and then Queen G6. I've seen this sack before. G5 takes and Queen G6.
Ooh.
Yeah, and H4, Knight F7. So tricky King's
I don't think he'll do it though.
Knight F7 first. Yeah. But now this gives him the flexibility of potentially going Bishop H6, activating this bishop.
Would you play long castle and King B1? Okay, EF.
Yeah, well, I actually would. I would castle and then go for G4 quickly, because it's very hard for black to attack. Maybe. Right, that's why I would castle first, I think. And then G4, E4 still is an idea, but yeah, he does.
I think not bad how he handled it. Not bad.
I like it. Very practical. Now maybe Knight C7 and a quick B5. Is that any good?
I don't think so.
I think white comes faster with G4.
Yeah.
Oh,
maybe King H8. Just remove it like for G4, E4 stuff. I don't know.
Brace for impact.
Now, would you go G4?
I would. But he's got to act fast.
You of course would.
I would.
move.
Exactly. Yeah, just go for it. But it's hard for black to make a move here because GF is definitely a threat, and it's a positional threat as well because it gets the E4 square.
Knight at 6.
Interesting
maybe just
move.
H3 or Rook G1.
Yeah, keep the tension for sure.
Rook G1. I would play Rook G1.
Rook G1 extraing the king while you're at it. I agree completely. I mean, he's hoping, of course, for this, and the knight's going to get access to this very strong square. But okay,
G5.
Very committal.
I wouldn't.
F4.
What? EF?
EF gets this beautiful. I guess he wants bishop H5,
but
very concrete.
I don't like it.
Something is off about this idea, though. If you just move your queen away, even
Queen E3, yeah, and Queen H3. I knew it.
You know me like better than I know myself.
You see a trick and you go for it. Knight H8.
This is deep. Knight coming to G6. What do you make of this?
That's a classy move.
But what about FE?
Yeah, I mean, it looks good. I'm not saying it's necessarily.
I don't like FE though, because that forces Black to introduce structural weaknesses in his position. You would want a knight to land on E4. Okay, Rook E1, I'm not sure about.
Yeah. FE was the way. You're right. FE was the way.
I feel like they're playing this cat and mouse game where they're both afraid to just step on the gas pedal. Now E4 should be considered, maybe. I don't know. Should it be considered? Is that anti-position?
No, I love when Black plays E4 usually because you get this beautiful blockade on E3 and then some.
True.
Yeah.
I was thinking of combining it maybe with a quick bishop D7 and B5, but I do agree with you. Even that is not. It's a little bit too vanilla. Queen D7. Ugh. I don't like that move at all.
Yeah. No. This looks bad. Now Knight F3.
Queen D7 was. Pardon my French, but that looked like a really weird decision by Gukesh there. Now H4 is an idea too. And now these pawns start running. Queen D7, very strange.
I love White's position.
Agreed. This knight on H8, that's where it will remain if he's not careful.
And I like the fact that it's 3 minutes. So we are already in the time pressure.
We are, and that's going to be every game. This is going to be a lot of fun. Knight F4. Activating his knight, he does manage to, rush past the gate before it closes. H6.
H6, bishop H8.
Bishop H8, have to do it. Here we go. G6 is an idea at some point.
Knight G6, maybe. Just put the knight back.
Agreed.
But then bishop
H5. Yeah,
bishop H5, yeah.
To take.
Yeah. Maybe Knight E2 and F4. A6.
Whoa, he allows bishop F4.
But is it that bad?
And then G6 and H7. That's got to be bad.
No, really?
I think bishop F4 and G6. Or
Knight
this,
B3?
Yeah.
He's playing prophylactically.
G6 now. I would just go G6. Yeah, he's like positional, okay, slowly, but okay. No, he does it anyway, but now it's not. Doesn't work. Rook E6 is a positional idea as well in some positions, right? No, but this has gone completely out of control.
Rook B8. F3. Yeah.
He's trying, but it's like the Lone Ranger there. I mean G6 here as well. He's setting something up here.
Look at Arjun.
Here it is.
So positional.
G6.
Now bishop E5, bishop F6 has to be played.
Nice.
G7 and bishop D3. G7 and bishop D3. GG.
Oh, what an idea!
Or G7 rook. Okay, knight.
He takes aiming for D7.
Maybe HG now. Play HG.
HG. He's attacking the pawn. How do you defend it?
I don't like knight C5. Bad move. Bad move. Knight
Gotta go back now. Block his idea. Rook A3. No, but take it. He takes an E7. E7, he can't take back, and too soon. He sensed the moment, but this is going to be a loss. King A2, even King A2.
Oh, I could sense your frustration. You almost broke your mouse there.
Yeah, I mean, it's like I could sense that he was sensing the moment. And what to do now, though? Gukesh continuing to find G has F2, E7, though.
E7, yeah.
Wow.
Just lost.
No, but hats off to Arjun. I mean, he
kept his cool. He kept his cool.
Calm, and he finds really good ideas in time pressure. Very nice.
That was a fun time pressure chaos.
Indeed. And now a 5-point lead as this
Your
begins to get out of
reaction
hand.
after Rook A3 was like the highlight for me.
Yeah, I mean, it seemed like the game might have been turning around, but I think he got too excited. I like Knight C3 in that position, transposing into a Jabava. In any case.
London system by Gukesh now. He's changing. He has to change something. Arjun proving like really strong so far.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, bishop E3. This line now, it's pretty fashionable line. I first saw it in the game. I think Hikaru Nakamura got a Kamsky in the U.S. Championship, and since then I think it became very fashionable.
Yeah,
And I
I
think
also
Black
played a
Eagle
couple of
has
games. Just like to flex here that I played it against Levon Aronian and I won a game. Just
nice.
wanted to flex a little bit here.
Not
But
at
I
all.
did play
That is
bishop
very
d3.
impressive.
uh,
So you played with white.
yeah, I played with white.
Uh-huh.
It was in World Blitz though.
Still.
The flex just lost its meaning, but still.
You've beaten your share of super jams in classical as well. More than a fair share.
The point is like you want to play f5, f4, but then there is always knight e5.
Right. And then that exposes this knight.
Exactly.
And
And I
then
like this
is
flexibility.
this
But then you go knight f3, for example,
right
and you
positional
have
pressure?
weakness. Yeah. Usually
I've
they go
seen people go
g6. Yeah,
G6. Yeah.
exactly. Then knight g7, knight f5.
I played a game against Shimanov, and he did this, and I was just he blundered a piece later, but I was just much worse. I mean, I just allowed I didn't find a way to stop all of this stuff. But again, taking his time. F5, he does it anyway.
Knight e5, go for it.
He
Oh,
has
knight
to,
e5, bishop e5, d5, f4.
Boom, 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 boom.
Queen.
And if you take on h5, he has rook f5 in the end.
Oh, no, but there is bishop c5 as well after f4.
Ah.
So maybe direct f4 is a better move.
You got me all excited. Oh, you mean knight e5 f4? I like it.
Yeah. At least
to avoid
muddy the waters.
Queen h5 and then
crazy.
f and this might transpose. And actually here, whoops, that is a mouse
By the
slip.
way, we have more people watching than Hikaru's stream. Just wanted to say that, which is very rare.
Wow. That's awesome. Well,
thank you, everyone who have joined in.
Thousands and thousands of you and fans from all across. We know a lot of fans from India staying up late cheering on these incredibly talented young players. We really appreciate people's participation and hype. It makes our job vetted, I think, a lot more fun. And so big shout out to everybody watching and cheering on whoever you're rooting for.
By the way, bishop g5, very bad move. I don't like it at all. It helps black. Gukesh, bishop g5 was not the way. Now h6 will trap the bishop, and it looks bad.
I will say that once the games start, I think in 7 minutes, we'll see about the viewership, but let's keep it strong.
How old are the players now is one question. I think it's 17 and 14.
To 14, yeah, 17 to 14. And Gukesh was the second, according to my research, the second youngest grandmaster in history. He was 12 years old. And that is mind-boggling to me still. But I don't like White's position at all.
E5, E4? No.
Ooh, that was really interesting. But now GF and E5 too?
Yeah.
Well, not immediately, maybe D5 hangs, but...
Yeah. But GF,
Gukesh seems to have this affinity for pawns that are like on G4 and B4, and I just don't like them. Now, do you castle long here? But that could run into like A5, A4 very quickly. Even A5 here could be an intimidation tactic.
There's one message which says, how can Vidit not know his countrymen? Wow. Man, I live in India. We have billions. We are in billions.
Right.
And there's so many young kids who are so talented. So I can't know their age, biodata, profile, everything.
No, I think that is just a general misconception about, countries with a lot of talented players. It's like, everyone personally, you've trained with all of them. I mean, think about the proportion. And in the US, I don't know, half of them. I mean, I know of everybody, but I don't know many of them personally.
By the way, just one question, like on your streams, have you ever trolled, like, because I'm sure we get trolled a lot by the chat sometimes. Have you ever trolled back?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I actually do it relatively often when I see a particularly good opportunity. Yeah, no, I do it often. And I particularly I like to read messages that are intended to be trolly messages in a particular kind of voice, which I will not reproduce here, but let's just say it's not a very flattering voice.
Guys, chat, go for it. Danya just asked you to troll him. This is your chance.
No, it is welcome. Then actually, I do like sarcasm. I like people getting fired up. It adds some color to the stream, but there is a lot of color in this position. What is going on here? I am concerned about black center F3.
E3.
And bishop h.
E3, E3.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that is a knife.
Black is winning. Yeah.
That is a knife.
And now
Where
Arjun will show his
queen c-
technique, you know. Take away everything, be
Can
very
White try
practical.
something with bishop h3, bishop
No,
h5?
bishop
and
c8. Bishop c8. Who is going bishop
Ah.
h5, my friend?
Very
Bishop c8.
positional. Very positional. That's a great move.
Knight f5 and then just bishop c7 even, like, you know. You're not getting anything. Oh, bishop
I feel
h5.
like bishop h3, bishop f5
Oh, wait,
is maybe
bishop c5, bishop g6. Bishop c5, bishop g6.
Right.
GG.
And is queen d5 anything there, though?
Oh,
And knight d6?
rook. Yeah, I got too excited for no reason.
Knight d6?
Queen e5, queen d5.
I would
Okay,
not
it's
take
not
on
so
d5. I would maybe even
Why
take on
not?
b7.
You get a pawn.
Oh, that's such a good move. Ooh, and that is a good
Queen
move.
g2, queen h5, 95. Oh,
Bishop
rook
f1,
g1,
bishop
rook g1, rook
f3.
g1, rook g1. Rook
Yep.
g1 e2. Rook g1 e2, bishop
h1,
h1.
holding by a thread. What is going on here?
B6 will be played.
Maybe to add some heat.
Okay, rook d7, good move. Ooh.
What to do now? This is so crazy. He's got some mating ideas. Queen e6, maybe.
Queen e4. Okay, not a bad move. Bishop g6.
But now the queen a4.
Queen a4. Queen d4. Okay.
Queen h2. Now mate is threatened. Queen h6. He's got to move the rook. Now knight f3. It's a big threat. He's got to move.
Knight 2 seconds.
Oh, that's a knife. King b1, and that's a
knight f2, knight
check.
h1, knight c5. Oh my.
Oh my goodness, knight e6.
So impressive.
Queen
So
b6,
impressive.
Rook d8. He keeps putting on the pressure.
God.
Look at this way, that way. Bishop d3.
Beautiful. I love how black plays.
Queen e6 though. Look at that.
Double attack.
Oh, rook d7. Amazing. Deflection. And he's going to take the rook and win.
What a move.
But Gukesh trying to no avail.
Amazing. Wow. My favorite game so far of the
match.
That
was incredible.
My favorite game. That was so damn good. Like the accuracy level of Arjun in that game was amazing. How fast he played, like, really, really cool. Wow. I think we should show that again.
Yeah.
We should show that again.
Let's see if we can very quickly just show that move as the game continues here. Rook d7. So bishop d3, queen d6 by Gukesh. Now, if you take the rook, queen f8 check, and you lose the queen, and Arjun in a second, rook d7 in this position.
In a second, indeed. Yeah.
Now the queen defends the rook. You have to take it. Takes, and it's a fork, and you cannot. You're out of resources. And this was just part of it. Even before he found a lot of good moves. Incredible stuff.
This was very cool. Love it. Rook d7. And how he played before that, you know, to even get there. Because the position was a little bit dicey. He threatened some mate in 1, queen c2. Ideas. Very nice. Very nice. Respect.
Absolutely. And Arjun here with the white pieces. We have a Rogozin structure.
The speed of rook d7 is still, I'm amazed by that. How
incredible.
Quickly he played it.
Because, like, I could see panicking, you know, it's like a fork and you lose a piece and he just uncorks it.
All his experience showed up there of this online blitz.
There is a time control that I played with him, which is 10 seconds to start the game, and you have a 1 second increment. And he is incredible. That's where he shows his ability to just find one resource after another.
By the way, knight g3?
Yeah, I was thinking about that. I mean, that seems like a favorable trade.
Yeah, but still, I like black's position.
Definitely.
By the way, I have a tendency to say position instead of position. Do you also notice that?
I noticed it just as you said it the last time.
Yeah.
Position. Okay.
Oh, G5. Nice tactic.
Again, G5, B4, BG.
Nice spot there in the chat. G5, I did not.
And bishop G3, the idea is to take, and of course, you win the piece. Now, does white have a counterattack, though? Oh, indeed, the chat spotted it. That's awesome. What if G4? Do you have to maybe do that?
G5, G4.
You do as... No, that's completely losing the queen.
Yeah, King F1.
King H1.
Yeah, F8. Yeah. No, King F1 I meant, but...
Yeah, no, I know. I was just showing... Yeah,
I do have a tendency to fall in mate in 1, but that one I would
all the time. Yeah. Basically every game. Yeah. Yeah, what to do? White is almost losing here. That is
let me see the face cam.
Yeah,
he looks completely chill. Like he's so chill right there.
Okay, another day at the office. Yeah, but with such a big lead, I mean, you're just not too concerned about one loss. And 41 minutes left. Now, this is not over. There's plenty of time here if Gukesh does mount a couple of wins.
Yeah. At least he's trying back. One interesting, Gukesh is higher rated in classical chess than Arjun and is 3 years younger. Good
That's really
statistic.
interesting. Okay, so he's gone bishop e5, but the problem is he might not even f3. You're not even going to take the bishop. You're just going to. Oh, but then d4.
Yeah, but even just fe.
Bishop e4. Yeah, he's done it. I mean, he has to.
Knight d6, e4, knight g3 also e4. Knight g3, e4, knight e4, by the way. That's the way. Just knight e4 now.
Or here, knight e4.
Yeah.
Great catch.
Yeah, this is the way to do it.
That is a great.
That's how we roll.
But it's taken, and I think that's also good, right? ED and knight
f5. Yeah.
This
This is also very good. Very practical.
Right.
High quality chess right there.
Classy decision right there. Sensing that it's just hopeless for white with that pawn on d4.
Phoenix says, what I learned from today's stream is to castle and move the pawn in front of the king.
Yeah, it's been ubiquitous in these games. Queen f6, laying it on. Queen b6. Okay. I guess also good. I just thought queen f6 he would have had c5. Mm-hmm.
Were there any draws between them? Oh, I didn't think about it. Were there any draws? Not at all. All games were results.
That is crazy.
Pretty cool statistics.
Not one draw.
Chat, very nice, very sharp.
What Chat is very sharp. Indeed. Now, you know what I'm thinking? Rook f6 and then some c5 with knight g3, rook h6 in the end. c3. I mean, here you just got to be practical. Maybe just take on d4. Is there anything wrong with that?
No, I don't think so. But yeah, it's just lost. When you get g5 or b4, I just forget. Like I know Gukesh is gonna win it.
Mm-hmm.
Queen d4.
Ooh. Okay. It's never over with Arjun. He'll always find the chance. g4. c3. Yeah, just pushes the pawns. I mean, no counterplay, basically. c2, simply drive it in. Okay.
Just don't blunder the knight on e3.
Right, and very important.
Yeah. Bishop d3. I mean, when I get such positions, I feel like you should finish them off before they get a chance. Like, just kill it, Don't allow a second chance. Yeah.
I would say knight d1 here. Just wins on the spot, I think, because the back rank is...
Yeah. Knight d1 is a good move. Knight c4... Bishop c4.
Probably also fine because rook e1 and queen d1. Queen e3.
No. Rook d1.
Yeah, that's over.
Oh,
that's a
nice.
That's a Terminator strikes right there.
Nice finish.
Takes queen d1.
Yeah. GG.
Nicely done by Gukesh here, coming back. But of course, it is still 5-point lead even after that win, and he goes c4, so changing it up a little bit. Let's see what he comes up with here.
Nice comeback. So it was 6-2. Arjun has won 2 games and Gukesh has won his first game in 3 minutes section.
Mm-hmm.
Now queen c2 g4 incoming. Oh no.
Now this actually Nihal played this yesterday quite a few times against Andrew, and Robert and I were a little bit surprised, but I guess it makes sense. I mean, now it's transposed into something more conventional. D4, I guess.
I'm not sure that you usually play d4.
You don't do you go like knight e2.
Yeah. Play a bit more
I don't know
fancy,
these positions very well.
Very simple.
I mean, knight d4 at some point might be considered as well. Knight e2, yeah. c5. And maybe like you wait until the right moment to decide whether to play d3, d4, or nothing at all.
Sorry, yeah.
Oh. So is c5...
I always used to love to play, knight d4 and some knight f5, even at the cost of like some material, but just g6. Yeah.
100%. Knight h4, you just slam it in there.
Yeah. But it's all good in dreams. Just like, most of our dreams.
Exactly. Yeah, it's funny how during the game you just come up with these crazy lines in the queen sack, and then not scintilla of it will even happen, but you still keep thinking about it.
Hikaru is catching up. Hikaru crossed us. Oh,
all right,
no.
we need to step it up, folks. Step it up. Knight c5.
Hype train.
That's right. D4. So he does succumb to the D4 temptation. Knight e5. C5, you're okay.
Knight e5. I like white, how he's playing. Just Keep it casual.
Yeah, but c5, I mean, and
C5,
actually a minute to the good. a5.
Okay. A4. Go A4. Don't think.
What
You know,
about
Dubov?
h4? And
H4 has no
f3.
idea. You don't know Gukesh yet. He goes G4, not H4.
Right.
But at
Well,
the
I have
right
the right
moment.
flank.
Yeah.
This is
Now
the
I think
first
of it,
banana.
he might even go F3, G4, knight G3. Who knows?
Yeah, no, and then knight f5. No, actually,
F3,
I
knight
kind of like
G5,
that
H4,
idea.
knight D6, and then G4. Why not?
The more I look at it, the more I like it. Knight
Oh, knight
f4.
F4.
More
Disappointment.
conventional, yeah. Well, bishop a6, I mean, he's preparing some knight takes d5 ideas. So sort of active prophylaxis, but a4. And now he gets the b3 square potentially for the queen. Arjun going after the queenside pawns. ba was actually a very committal decision. Maybe it's time to consider g4.
BA, I
I don't even
like
know
that.
what does it do, though, yeah. I think he
No,
misses
like
queen e8 move.
your move H4 makes sense now to trap the knight. But then you don't even have F3 because G3
Right,
pawn
that's
is
the
hanging.
issue.
Yeah.
I mean, it's such a super, artificial idea rarely works.
Yeah.
What if you go h4 and then like king h2, alpha 0?
There was
On
one
H1.
message which said that I say GG instead of GG. What is the difference?
No, I think you say it normally.
Oh, it was some
I mean, you don't say
message.
gaga. All right, next game, gaga. Or last game. All right, so, well, queen's gonna just take the pawn on a4, and black's just gonna get some pressure down the a file. So he does go f3.
Whose impression
go.
was that?
Wow, I mean, whose do you think that was? And who does it sound like? Gaga, last game chat.
Oh, Hikaru.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, that wasn't great, but
No, it's like, have you seen Anish's impression of Hikaru? So
no.
it's just like he goes a little bit over the top, and then that's why it's stuck in my head.
Normally I do as well.
Yeah, you're a bit restricted on this live commentary.
Right.
Go wild.
Logical,
then.
right. It's queen b3.
Right,
All right,
right,
queen
right.
takes a4, takes. Logical. Oh, but
Right,
then he's got
chat,
rook
chat.
a4. Oh my goodness. Oh, but then I've got rook g3. All right, gaga. All right, next game, chat. All right, so in any case, rook takes a4, but this is heating up a little bit.
Exactly. Right.
Yeah. All right. Now, bishop e6 is that a threat?
Bishop e6 was a threat, but then there was rook b4. That's why.
Right, so that's why he played a3. Now the rook again, Arjun's so careful. He keeps posing problems with every move. Even his defensive moves pose problems. Now, does he take on oh, no, then c7 makes that's bad.
Hikaru wants to know your location. Is going on. Chess base banning Vidit and Danya.
That's hilarious. Take on c4? Nah.
Of course you would. Without a doubt.
EF! NEG takes and rook c7.
He
Amazing.
did it.
No, but white is just winning there, I think.
Nice.
There's a million ideas at the end.
Look how excited you got there.
Sorry, but that's such a cool tactic. You could have even... And then bishop... Okay, but how
now
winning
rook
is it, though?
Rook c5. Rook c5.
Takes
You have
the
to
air
go
out a
rook
little
c5.
bit.
Without a doubt, you have to go rook c5.
Yeah, but
then
that
just
takes...
you can just take and play rook h7, no?
I was thinking about that, but then,
but then
like
queen
queen
g6.
b5?
Queen g6.
Oh,
queen
g6. Ooh, even better. Oh, my goodness.
Wait, what is this? That's not so clear.
What if you give a check
Maybe
on
bishop
g7?
g7 check. Yeah.
Rook takes c5, and then you find some good Russian move. Like h5, h6. Ooh. What if you go this, h5, and then and you can leave the rook on c7. Okay, that doesn't even do anything. There's some beautiful ideas, though.
Yeah, h5, h6 I like.
Bishop g...
Me like it, though.
I don't know about this now, but okay. Queen b1, at the very least.
Yeah, but now it's like, I feel, time for some queen b1 check now. You have to be careful.
Yeah, that could be...
Rook b7, rook b7.
What if
go
e4
rook b7.
intercepting?
E4 is nice.
But
Rook b7 maybe just
right,
also.
rook b7 is less okay, but he had to make a move. Oh, I don't like this at all. Queen c2.
Queen c2, bishop g2, queen f2.
But queen f2. Oh,
Yep.
again, it's those
Yep.
critical
King h3.
moments.
Yep.
But now he
Yeah,
starts
he's crumbling under the time pressure.
lining his pockets with the pawns. Queen d3 even.
Yeah.
Rook h7
No,
maybe.
this was bad. Yeah. e5.
E5. No, this is
e5.
just the queen is so
dictating.
powerful in these positions.
King
f4.
c8. King c8. King c7.
f4.
f4, bishop d5. Yeah, just play bishop d5.
Okay, he's got to try to push his h1. That's the only option.
Yeah. h5, d3, h6, d2.
Right,
h7,
and takes
d1, queen
h7.
h8. h7, d2, h7.
Oh,
h7.
queen h1. And then
h7.
takes and queen h1 back mate. Queen h1 is mate.
No.
Oh,
How is it mate? How is it mate?
Takes and then queen f3 and back to h1. Queen g4.
It's a draw.
Is it a draw? Wait a minute.
It was a draw.
It transposed to it.
Draw. It transposed.
Queen d1. Oh my god.
He played queen f3 anyways. He could have played queen h8. And
no, that was
queen
completely
d4.
witty. There was no need for that at that point, right?
Yeah, I would show. Instead of queen f3, queen h8.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
and
simply
rook
takes.
h8, queen
Oh,
d4.
great catch. Queen d4.
Queen d4. Yeah.
Borkovich. Was there actually... And bishop f3 was also probably... But then king f4. Amazing stuff going on.
Man.
I thought it was made. I think he missed the same thing I did.
Yeah,
which is
probably.
at that square.
All good blitz player missed the same
Amazing
things.
stuff
Nice.
going on.
Some pattern.
Sveshnikov. Back to principled stuff.
Rook a4. No, rook a4, a5. So you go bishop a6, yeah? Here. Yeah. Now you play castles or queen a5.
a5.
Yeah, queen d6. Yeah, rook b6. This is the
This
theory.
is a line, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. Bishop e7 is the move here.
Mm-hmm.
Knight d5, rook b2.
Wow.
Castles. And now bishop e6. Or bishop c6 is the move, I feel. Bishop
Looks
c6.
like Gukesh is out of theory first.
Queen c5. Yeah. It's good move. Queen c5 as well. Bishop g4.
Man, I would be so terrified of playing this if I didn't know. What if bishop b5 check there?
I don't worry about it. Like I just take everything. Rook b5, queen b5, queen b5, knight c7, king f8.
Yeah, take
knight
d1
d5, and a3 in the end. Okay, but still pawn. But yeah, who knows? Bishop g4 though, and even after bishop b5, there is king f8 if required.
But again, Arjun showing superb preparation in addition to everything else. What to do? So bishop g4. Well, the threat is obviously knight f6.
Knight f6.
It might not even be like a whoa.
Bishop c6, knight e7, king e7. I think it's all good. It's all good. It's all chill.
Queen
G3.
Queen g3.
Yeah, queen g3, and now you have to play accurate. Words of wisdom there.
Right.
I don't know how accurate though, but I think rook a8 maybe.
Is queen e7? Queen e7 runs into this maybe, and if rook b6 like this.
Yeah.
That looks.
Yeah, king e7, queen g3, and then rook a8 maybe.
So counter-attacking the bishop. Maybe give a check, king f8, and 0-0-0. So queen
Arjun
e7
is
played
so
queen
sleepy
c4.
though. He's so sleepy. He's so sleepy.
He's just moving around in his chair.
He just doesn't care.
Now is rook b6, bishop b5 actually something?
Yeah, it is something. It's winning.
Queen e6 there maybe. He's done it. Rook b1.
Wait, why not bishop b5?
I think this is it because bishop b5 maybe like queen e6.
Oh.
Something. I mean that's got to be.
Oh yeah.
But then queen takes a4.
Yeah, but rook b5.
Queen a8.
Bishop
oh my
a8.
God!
Thank you.
The first Botes Gambit of the day, ladies and gentlemen.
Clip.
Botes Gambit numero uno.
clip.
Oh my goodness.
We just got a clip.
Clip it and ship it. Okay, so he's gone. Okay, this is, I guess, so practical. He's got over 3 minutes in it. He's got over 3 minutes. Look at this.
Yeah, over 3 minutes indeed.
It's crazy.
Now rook c8 or rook b8.
Takes.
Okay, takes rook b6, rook b1.
I can't believe it. There's a a brilliant idea if it were defended. What's the big problem? Square's defended. So what?
Now, the pin is
H
eternal,
city.
no? Like queen
Maybe
c5.
H city.
Just queen c5. Slow.
Practical.
Queen
Yeah, I
c5.
love queen c5 is a great move. I was thinking h3, but there's no need to make luft yet.
Yeah. Rook d1 also move.
This is such an enjoyable position. I love playing these positions is so fun. Rook d1 does threaten actually bishop c6 and queen c6. But then black will go. He does go h6, I guess.
g6. G6 is ugly.
Queen it does C5. Look very weakening.
Queen c5. Go for it, my friend. Queen c5. Queen c5 is one of the moves that I want to play it, and if it doesn't happen, it pisses me off. It's like that smooth. No,
I get it. It's just such a. It's a move you have to play because whatever you do afterward, you can do after you play queen c5.
Nicely put.
Why put off for tomorrow what can be done today? Which advice I never follow.
G6. He's thinking. Okay, he has 3 minutes. It's better to think at least some point. Awkward silence.
Well, it's taking a lot of time here. I mean, I don't understand why not queen c5. I'm like, what is the counter argument to this? Well, we need a breather here. This is the
What's
first
going on
moment.
in chat?
I'm taking
how's
a look
it going?
as well. How is it going? How are you guys doing? Hope everyone's enjoying the match. We have a lot of people across platforms. We appreciate it. This has been a lot of fun, a lot of great games. Incredible performance so far by Arjun, of course. Rook d8 and queen c5. Is that possible? Is it even worth calculating that? So you give the bishop, queen f8, king f6.
Queen h8.
King e7.
Yeah.
Queen f8.
At least you got a draw. So
you
don't have rook e8. You don't have rook e8. Yeah, I missed that.
Well, that would be something I would suggest.
Yeah.
Let's see what happened. He has simply taken, again, very practical. He's not saying, no, I'm not calculating anything in particular. I'm simply going to go for queen d5, I think.
But I didn't like this h4 move. Queen c5 was much classier there.
I agree. I do.
Queen d5 now. And then queen c7.
Rook d8 first, queen d5 now.
Oh, rook d7, rook d7, GG.
Oh, that is a devastation.
Resigns.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, the match is now, I think it's...
Yeah, it's not looking good here.
Yeah. It's 6 points is too much.
Well, it's been done before. And
really? Has it?
I think it's been done once. I think the highest, and perhaps we can confirm this, but I think the 6-point comeback has been achieved before.
What is the biggest comeback?
Chat? I think that might be the biggest one, but perhaps some of the historians, speech championship historians in the chat can inform us. Now, the thing is, in the bullet, you can win 2-3 games in the blink of an eye. So 23 minutes left. If he wins 2 games and he brings it to 4, he'll have a fighting chance.
23 minutes for the 3-minute section, right?
Correct.
Got it.
He can't let this fester further. He's got to bring it to 4. And another one of those b3, g3 lines. Okay, she takes on d5. Wait, wasn't Arjun the one who played it the last time, or was it in fact?
Yeah, it was Arjun who won with black.
With the black,
crazy. No, it was a draw. This crazy perpetual in the end.
Oh, yeah. So d4. Another very practical move.
d4?
I kind of like it.
I like Arjun's style in general, but I don't like the move of d4. It seems a bit too much.
It does, I agree. This is an extra pawn after all.
Yeah. And I'm greedy, so I like pawns, extra pawns.
No, there's an old Russian joke, which is it's not even a joke. It's just like something Russians say, or Russian coaches say. When you sack a pawn and like your coach thinks it's unsound, he says, there's a Russian international master. His name is Mnatsakanyan. And the story goes that when he was analyzing with people like Tal, he was outmatched, right? He didn't want to suggest any variations. But the only thing he would say is, in my opinion, black is up a pawn. And so my coach would always say that in international master Mnatsakanyan's opinion, white is up a pawn. He'd say the one thing he knew nobody could argue with.
Nice. State the facts. State the facts, guys.
Absolutely. But I've experienced this for sure, where if I'm even near, like, yeah, like the World Team Championship, Ivanchuk, I'm pretty much sitting silent and I'm just watching. I'm so afraid of suggesting something stupid during the analysis. I mean,
I think this position looks good for white completely,
extremely
right?
good.
Yeah,
I mean, look at this.
good
Pawn
stuff.
on d4 is supporting the knight. Wow. Square on c6. So this is going to be a big game if he can get it relatively quickly.
Yeah.
And then that black game that comes up is going to be crucial, assuming he wins this. So knight c6, no, that's not enough. So what do we do here? Queen f3 and cd knight c6 maybe?
Sorry, what were you saying?
Yeah, I was going to say queen f3 and knight c6 maybe, but it seems like he's executing it.
Mm-hmm.
Like cd knight
Seems
c6.
practical.
Like rook
Rook
c1 and
c1.
queen c7, yeah.
What I've learned today is like be very practical when it comes to blitz. You don't need to find the best moves. Just play normal. Like now, knight d7 dc bishop f6 looks good to me, and I would probably go for it.
Right. No. Yeah. Exactly. Like find one of the top 3 moves.
Yeah.
Those problems consistently. And I think Gukesh is taking a page out of Arjun's book here as he does that. Exactly that.
Knight d7 played. Probably just dc I would play right now. Knight d5 also good move. Also good move, knight d5. But maybe cd and knight d5. Queen e4 f5, you know.
Yep.
And like if queen e2, there was a tactic, bishop b8.
Oh, nice.
Rook e8 now.
Wait a minute. Now he's got to be careful.
Rook e1 f5. Rook e1 f5.
Oh my lands. And queen
f5, queen d4,
queen d4.
Rook c5.
Rook takes c5.
Oh yeah, rook e5 you have. But okay, still,
yeah. I mean, even in that. So f5, I think, has to be played quickly. So f5, what we're saying is, of course, you cannot take the pawn because the knight is dislodged. The defense of the knight is dislodged. You have to play queen d4 to keep contact with the knight, unless you want to sack the queen, which is kind of out of the question to me. I mean, I don't see anything immediately wrong with queen d4. Maybe black can play queen d6. No, but I'm skeptical.
Yeah. No, you have to play queen d4.
He does.
By the way, I see that all of my moderators who are on my YouTube channel are in the chat. So just wanted to give a shout out to them. Thanks for joining in.
Fantastic. Indeed.
Queen d6 played. Now rook d8. Played. Rook d8 is a threat. So maybe f4. F4, knight d7, knight d7.
F4.
Knight d7, knight d7.
Knight d7. Ooh, exposing.
Yeah.
So
what
F4
happens after
probably
F4?
Rook d8. Rook d8.
Yeah. Nasty.
What a tricky little. Well, you know what? What to do here?
Yeah. It's
Rook d8.
Rook d8. Yeah. Come back. You know, such chances is consistently missed. Oh wait, what?
Oh, 97.
97.
Queen e7.
Oh.
Queen d5,
tricky,
queen
man.
f7, rook e8, queen c6.
So
you can
tricky.
do that.
So tricky.
Every move is like causes these calculational difficulties.
Queen c4, though. Yeah.
Right.
Played. King h8 will be played instantly.
Yeah, because otherwise there's discovery, of course. Are you sure?
I say.
Whoa.
I say instantly, and then he takes 10 minutes.
But knight takes b6. I mean, this has got to be bad now.
Yeah, knight b6 is a good move. Queen d2, king h3 even, or king f1. Both look good, yeah. Just king f1. White would be fancy.
Yeah, well, it's okay. Knight a5. Now, knight d7 is possible, followed by queen b4, queen takes a5.
Knight a5. Okay.
Can you also go? There's got to be a win here.
Queen a6. Greedy. I'm being greedy. Oh, knight d7 and queen b4 is what you want to do, right?
Yeah. Just simplifying. Knight d7 and recover the knight simply, and up 2 pawns.
Yeah, taking a page out of Arjun's book, right?
Yeah, and I've also learned. Oh, whoa! Queen c5. Is that actually good?
I doubt.
Knight d7 takes c5 takes a6.
Yeah, it's still winning. It's still winning. Rook d2.
Because you have 2 connected passers.
Rook d2 h4. H4. I would have played h4.
Right. Yeah, preserve.
Okay. Rook e1. Go for it. Rook e1, rook e5. Why knight d5? No.
Where is he going?
Yeah, knight d5 was... No, now g5. Come on.
Oh my goodness, it's mate threat. Okay.
Yeah,
Rook
now
A2.
Rook A2, Rook A2.
Whoa, and nice. This is a game he had to win.
He's panicking under time. But Rook A6. Rook
I,
A6, he blundered. He
there's no way
blundered.
to save G5.
Blundered.
Nothing doing.
Nothing.
Oh,
Yeah,
Rook
yeah, yeah.
A2.
GG,
Just don't bother the rook
GG.
here. Amazing.
Yeah, now he'll win
He
without
pulls
a
it off
doubt.
in the
Rook
end.
G7. Rook G7. Just take it.
Take all the pawns, and this is going to be a resignation here for Arjun. And a win for Gukesh, bringing the lead to 5. Now, this is the critical game, and I think if he has any chance of a comeback at all, which is slim, admittedly, it is here. It is in this game. 5-point lead with 15
C3.
plus left.
What the hell is C3?
Very, very solid. Solid.
I think your Grishuk. I would love to hear your Grishuk.
No,
about the match. What do you think, Grishuk, about the match?
Well, I think that Arjun played very practical in mutual time pressure. Of course, he avoided, but I think by and large he sort of managed to get kind of his positions. And I reminded me, of course, of when I was younger. I tried to play similar style, and give a couple of years maybe, then Gukesh will be a little bit stronger.
This is so damn good, man. I'm a fan of your Grishuk accent now.
I appreciate it. Yeah, I've gotten a little bit better at Grishuk over the months. No, that wasn't Kramnik. Kramnik is different.
That's the worst when you do an impression and people say somebody else's name.
Exactly. That's the worst sign.
Thing.
Exactly. But I think most people can see. No, this is definitely not Kramnik. This is definitely not Kramnik. I can't really do a good Kramnik, but Kramnik is like, but I mean, but here I think white is winning, but I mean, but somehow I thought we try to make some progress, but but Kramnik is more generic, I think Grishuk has that particular accent. I can't even really do a good Kramnik.
No, I think your Grishuk is like the best so far. I love it. By the way, nice position over the board. Like I prefer white. Very simple to play.
Maybe here.
He does a better Grishuk than Grishuk.
I think Wesley might be my best one, but I'll save it for a rainy day.
No, there's too much suspense. Come on, we can have a Wesley.
But I think people maybe will allow it because they know that I really respect these players. And I'd like to thank Magnus for the opportunity. Match.
That's good. That's good.
But yeah, I'm holding myself back a little bit.
Yes, I can see it.
Vishy I can also try, but again, I don't want that to be misinterpreted.
No, I don't think it would be misinterpreted.
Okay,
Chat,
Vishy.
it won't, right?
Now, Vishy is a hero of mine. Again, I want that to be known by everybody who hears
You're
this.
not Indian, so it's fine. You can...
Sure, okay, you get it. Oh, well, I think that, in the opening, I thought Gukesh got a good position, but after H4, it was... I thought it was a little bit unclear, but after the opening, I thought... I thought it was quite unbalanced, but, after that, I managed to create some chances, and, I took it all the way home. Was that decent?
I would say still Grishuk, Wesley, and then everything else.
Yeah,
Grishuk.
I think because you're Indian,
he's close.
You can sense that it's very far. I think people who are like can't detect the intonations, like you can tell Anand is very far. But I have some of it down, I think.
People say that it's good. Most of the Indians, they agree that it was there. So that's a compliment in itself.
Yeah. No, I need to start practicing others. It's getting old, Komarov and stuff like that.
Oh, Komarov. Yeah, man. His commentary is lit. I don't know if people have seen it, but it's the best thing. One of the best things on YouTube.
It is amazing.
Now the knight comes to c5. And then you get so excited.
They want Leko too.
Leko.
But I try to do it knight b3 here for Arjun and try to go to c5 and f4 here for white in this position. I think he's definitely better now for f4 and 8 takes b6 for Erigaisi and knight b3, knight c5 with a winning position here for white. I think this is going to be winning here for sure. b5 now get the knight to c5 and it's going to be winning.
Leko, yeah? This was a Leko, yeah?
Yeah.
It's incredible. Yeah, I was very well prepared. Like this will say,
Yeah. Now this is actually total domination for white, by the way. This is
Yeah,
total.
yeah. Clearly. Knight
But we need
f6,
some of
knight
your
b3,
impressions
knight
with it. I think
c5.
you've got some in you. Yeah, knight b3. Now the only thing you've got to watch, right, is this pawn on b4, which is actually a little bit difficult to protect.
Yeah, yeah.
Rook c1, very methodical. Look at this pressure that he's putting on. Incredible.
I don't like rook c1. Oh, knight b3, queen b4 was the problem. Oh,
Right.
okay.
Well, that's
Got
the
it.
thing, right? And
Yeah,
queen
yeah.
a3 you could have tried.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Now he has to keep control, but how do you do that? Queen
Well, now
c3,
knight
good
b3
move.
becomes a possibility,
Yeah.
right?
Queen e7.
What if queen g3?
Oh, queen c7. Go for it. Queen c7, GG.
That is
Resigns.
such an... Wait, but queen takes b4.
Can't let me have the moment, yeah?
No, no. You cannot have the moment. I have to
Yeah,
take it away
queen
from
before
you.
is so good. Queen before is so good.
Yeah, what to do, actually, because now the knight comes to g3.
Yeah. This queen before is a nice trick, yeah? Bishop g4, knight g3. Not really there. Maybe queen c5? No. It's
Are
too
we
much.
sure this is after queen c7, queen
Yeah.
b4? Yeah, knight
He played
f3
knight
there?
b3, knight g3. Go for it.
Careful,
Bishop
now there's a
g4.
fourth threat.
Yeah, f5 is too much. So
Bishop c8, maybe?
yeah, it's typical Danya move. Bishop c8.
Yeah, definitely. Oh,
Bishop
I love
c8,
that
bishop
stuff.
f3.
Rook c8 even. Rook
No,
c8
rook
maybe.
c8, queen d2, no?
Or
You
knight
don't really
c5,
change.
yeah. That doesn't do
Or
it. It's
queen
just
e1, yeah.
very
Rook
cheap.
bishop c8. Bishop c8.
Then f4, what Gukesh do in this position? Now f5, Magnus Carlsen. Knight c5. Yeah, queen e7, I like he's attacking
Oh,
the
this was
pawn.
good. Komara was good. Komara was good. You have potential there.
Queen f1, queen e1, by Gandhi 1, he plays the knight, the queen d6, time pressure now, takes knight d6 check, will he liquidate? No, he will not. Magno Hikaru Nakamura, knight d4 check, winning.
Queen f5.
Pin. Okay, so anyways.
That
Sorry,
was so good. I think Komaro is there. Like it's one of your top five. It's there.
little bit more work, yeah.
Yeah, nobody's
A
there.
little bit
Komaro,
more
I
work.
could sense there. Good stuff.
It's
Queen
got the
e5
start,
now.
the roots. d5 now. Somehow Arjun, he might lose
Outplays,
control
yeah?
for a couple moves,
Yeah.
and then he just right back at it. Incredible. Queen f4, d5. He will win the game. Queen e7. Knight f4. Boris Savchenko going to win. No, it's not Savchenko. What am I saying? A different match. Rook f7 check. Queen takes d6. Hikaru Nakamura will win the game. Magnus Carlsen. Queen c6. Trade queen. Pawn endgame. No endgame. I don't know how he does it for hours though. Like I can do it and I'm out of breath in 2 seconds.
Good. I love it. This is too good, man.
I appreciate it. Yeah, it's fun. It's yeah. I've got a lot of work to do, and Arjun wins 6
Also,
points.
Gukesh has a lot of work to do to come back.
He
Don't see
does.
it
Now
happening,
it's
though.
back to a 6-point game. Now he's got to win this one. 7 minutes and change left. There's probably going to be 2 more games in this segment.
Yeah, 7.5 minutes left, right?
Yeah.
Close to.
And
Yeah.
1 to c4. We have another one of these. But there's people like Svidler who are almost impossible to impersonate.
Yeah, really?
I've tried many times, cannot seem to even come close.
I've never observed him so closely. I think Hikaru is because you see him so often that it's possible to. Right.
Yes.
Exactly.
Right. I mean, Hikaru, Yasser. Yes, exactly. But I think that there are certain people who have, well, it reminds me actually of a story from Waikanze, 1974, Jen. Yes. So this is another one of those Slav kind of setups. G4, there we go again. Gukesh with another G4.
Yas's voice and that impression, I almost fell asleep there. Like so soothing.
Oh, it is. Yes, I mean, the way that I tell stories is intended, to really bring these characters to light. Exactly. Precisely. Yes. And now gift me the pawn. Gift me the pawn. He likes that phrase. Gift
Yeah,
me.
yeah.
The Yasser would take on G4.
Also
So you
push
don't
him,
prove
baby.
it.
Push him,
Prove
baby.
it.
Have
But
you seen
let's,
that song?
Push him, baby? No, what is that from?
You have not seen this Push him, baby of Yasser? Oh, on Chess.com, they had like a video made about it. Because whenever he sees a pawn, he's like, oh, push him, baby. And then, they made like
Push
a
him,
remix of
baby.
it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that. I need to watch it.
You
I
should
do need to
see
watch
this.
it.
You should see this.
That I definitely will. I'll actually write it down. That sounds like something I'll find entertaining. Yeah. So what do we have here? So he has taken the pawn, in fact, and now the G-file pressure. This is kind of a typical position that arises, right? What do you make of this? Bishop A3.
I think now Gukesh is knight A6 I would play, by the way. Knight B4, some annoying move. Yeah.
Indeed. Yeah, it seems to me, I'm a little bit skeptical of White's play here, even though I like this style of play.
Yeah. You would take white though, no? Still?
I would, still, yeah, definitely. But king, I would begrudgingly play king D1.
You have a thing for such direct attacks.
Oh, I love that, yeah. Now the issue, maybe don't just double rooks, play it caveman style. He does go king D1 first.
People are upset that you don't know push him, baby.
No, I have gaps in my upbringing, I was too busy mastering the impressions.
Yeah, and getting like 3100 in blitz. Yeah, too busy doing some irrelevant stuff.
Exactly. So knight A6. Now your move, knight comes to B4. Very unpleasant idea.
I mean, you have the open G file, but what do you do about it?
Right.
Yeah, knight B4.
Maybe knight A. Whoa, D3 looks ugly.
D3. It's like, Gukesh, it's not his in spirit. He played G4 and this stuff, but he probably doesn't like it.
Right.
In my opinion.
He's doing it just, kind of out of desperation almost. He's got to try to generate chances quickly.
Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah.
So D3, Now Arjun sort of spoiled for choice. He can go knight B4, but he doesn't A4.
So knight F4, go for it.
But what is the idea? Knight A4, because the queen then has the C3 square also.
Yeah, knight A4. I don't understand this. Knight B4, queen C3, B5, then C5.
That's a nice line. Let me show that. Knight B4
by the way,
here.
Queen C3, knight A2. Knight A2.
And then B5?
Yeah. Even after C5, knight A2.
Oh, so because you can just...
Yeah.
Yeah, and you can interchange the move order.
Yeah, exactly.
Very, very nice. Doesn't matter.
Will it happen?
Let's see. Knight B4, queen D2 has been played. He's played B5. Knight back to C3. Now time for black to... Okay, now if you take DC... Okay, knight E4 is not a move. Maybe E5?
Yeah.
Is it too risky to go E5?
No, why not?
E5 and F4. There's bishop F5.
E5, A3. E5,
F4.
A3.
And bishop F5. No, but A, B, and bishop D3 then.
I think you would do it, no? In bullet,
I think he is preparing to sack the knight and simply leave it on B4.
A3 now? Do you think he'll play
Rook
A3?
B8. I think he has to try A3, but maybe even knight A6, that pawn becomes weak.
Rook G2 seems a bit too slow.
I mean, even if you double, there's G6.
Yeah. G6.
Which is exactly what I think is going to happen.
Yeah.
Knight H4, perhaps. Try to sack when you have to.
Knight H4, bishop E8. Bishop E8. Without a doubt. Arjun style. I figured out Arjun after today's match.
I think I found we're going to Gukesh, but I'm not sure it's a good thing.
Queen D4, just provoke E5,
Yeah, I was thinking... the knight F5 becomes a threat, potentially.
Yeah.
What to do here? Is the question. 30 seconds for Arjun. 2
not
minutes
easy,
left.
not easy to find moves right now.
To find anything, really, yeah. Maybe CD and then like E4.
I was thinking E4 right away and some queen H6, but it felt wrong.
F3 preparing E4.
F3, if you play F3,
I'm
just leaving. I'm leaving the commentary.
Right, no, you're hanging up. Yeah, exactly. E4?
E4
nice.
played,
He's
yeah.
done it. Adapting
FE?
queen H6 is an idea then.
FE or DE? What do you do?
I think DE.
DE looks more normal, yeah.
Somehow, yeah. And then maybe C5.
Knight A2?
Knight A2.
It's heating up, guys. Knight E4.
Look at this.
I like it. I like
Knight
E4.
E4,
Me like
queen
it too.
H6.
Rook b3.
Knight g6. I feel like there shouldn't
Yeah.
be enough here. But rook b3 first. That's very good. Oh no,
Rook
I don't
b2.
like that. Knight e4.
Yeah, knight e4.
And knight
Nice.
c3 is boxing him in, winning the queen.
No, I would even play rook b2, queen h4, and play this. Just
oh yeah, this is
clarify everything. Yeah. Nice. Very cool.
Okay.
Very cool.
Amazing.
Very cool stuff.
Again. Okay, not over yet though.
Queen f6. Queen f6.
Oh,
GG.
this is going to be a massacre with queen c3. Are you sure though? King c2.
Yeah, queen c3.
Look at how practical. I mean, he just safe, and now he's going to go after him. Amazing.
Nice.
Rook a2, d4 though.
Very practical. Very practical. Queen b3, knight c5.
Keep soldiering on. Queen b7.
Knight c3 played. Although I don't like d4.
Yeah, I think that was sort of. Oh,
yeah. D4 was a bit. Maybe white has chance now. Maybe white has chance.
I don't think so. Though it's too much. Rook b2 coming in. Bishop h6. They're coming in from all directions.
Yeah.
The zombie apocalypse. King f1 though. Oh, look at how quickly he finds these moves.
King f8. King f8.
Bishop
f8. What?
Queen f3.
Oh, rook e1.
King e1 and rook g2.
Sorry.
Oh, it's made.
Yeah.
Wow. Can you believe that?
Yeah, that was very. That was great. That was
15 seconds left, which means one more game, and they wouldn't know. I think they are not going to start the new game. That concludes an incredible 3-minute portion.
Yeah. Oh.
Yep.
I think 3-minute section was my favorite better than 5 minutes for me.
That was scintillating stuff, and time again, Arjun proving himself up to the task, putting on incredible displays in time pressure, outside of time pressure, positional, tactical, all over the place, and off to a 7-point lead coming into 30 minutes of the bullet. So your hot take, Vidit, on that. That was incredible.
Yeah, some nice games, especially the last 15 seconds when it got down to the wire. Arjun really showed his class there, I feel. Very quickly finding resources, very practical. Yeah, very high quality stuff.
Absolutely. And he's going to have to carry it home. 30 more minutes of bullet to go. Gukesh will try his best to mount a miracle comeback. Don't go anywhere. We will take a short break. And when we return, the final portion of this amazing match coming right up. welcome back to the Junior Speed Chess Championship brought to you by Chess Kid. We have concluded 2 of the sections, the 5-minute and the 3-minute section, in this amazing match between Indian Grandmasters Arjun Erigaisi and Gukesh. It's been a pleasure commentating and a privilege to commentate along with Grandmaster Avidi Gujarathy. And we have one more section remaining, 30 minutes of 1+1. It has been an overwhelming performance by Arjun, but don't go anywhere. Anything can happen. Now, before we jump in, let's walk very quickly once again through some of the logistical details. So we have 30 minutes left of 1+1, 16 players. And here you can see some information about the structure of the tournament itself. And now let's quickly walk through the prizes, because these players are putting their hearts out on the line, but they're not just playing for honor. There's very serious prizes on the line. We see the winner receives cool $2,500, and what may be even more valuable to the players, qualification to the Speed Chess Championship, which is, of course, a very, very prestigious event and a fascinating one in its own right. So a lot of prizes on the line here. And finally, Vidit, the match score progression, which was always overwhelming for Arjun. What do you make of that?
Yeah. And first of all, I would also say that it's a pleasure to do commentary with you, Danny, and Hikaru, Grishuk, Nepo, all of your avatars. And,
Thank you. Appreciate it.
And I'm just curious, what is the prediction? And was it like so accurate, like this parameter? But okay, we have the games have started. We might get
I think
there.
it was like, it was essentially, this is what was predicted. So
was it like the exact same, like 6.5, 2.5, and 7, 3, and 3+1? Okay.
I'd be interested to find. I think we'll find out, but I'm pretty sure it's very, very similar. But yeah, I'm wondering if it's almost to the letter. But here we have liftoff.
Same
and
line,
another
which we had
Indeed.
seen.
Yep, exactly
Same
the
line.
same moves. Incredible.
Oh, now he has played knight c7, b4. I don't think he'll go long castle now.
Yeah, that's something tells me.
It would be fun to see who is good in bullet. That would be very nice to check.
Buckle up, ladies and gentlemen. G5. I still like G5 in a certain
Bishop
position.
b5. Bishop b5. Go for it. Yes.
Look at this knight.
I
on
love your
C5.
G5 idea. I love it. If you can show it to the
Queen
people,
G6.
it would be awesome.
Right. G5 takes Queen G6, and then you skewer the pawn on G2. You get this queen out, and you pressure a G2. So you accomplish so many things in one move.
We're still thinking. Or no. Oh, Bishop f6 played. Nice.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, so there's a couple moves played. Now Queen E7. I like Black's position here. White, if he gives away this bishop, the dark squares around his king become extremely weak. I like Gukesh's position so far.
Yep. 97. A very nice move. I think 97. I didn't want to
Really?
exchange. Yeah, I didn't want to
I thought
exchange.
maybe, yes, knight takes c5. Of course, I didn't realize that was on b3. Okay.
Bishop h4. Nice. Provoking g3. Good stuff. Come back. Yeah. I would like to put both of my rooks on f5, but I don't see it happening right away.
Right. That
White has
A-pawn.
control now. He has control. King g2.
And rook a6 to be considered.
Yeah. I think in the last few moves, it felt like white outplayed black.
Right. And look at the time situation, 20 seconds up. That is a huge time advantage in the bullet. Now doubling on the A file. Yep. I think he's got to take on G3, but here we see passive defense.
The
It's
consistency
incredible.
of Arjun is much, much higher.
Bishop takes b6.
Bishop b6. Yeah. Queen d8 now.
So that this
Should be played. Wait. What? He didn't take on b6? Why?
Now h4. Now black gets some chances here. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Look at white's pieces. They're all clustered. Take on G3. Go bishop h4. He's got to try this. Bishop f4.
Yes. Knight f6. Okay, he wants knight h5.
Maybe c5 and d6.
Yeah, c5. Good move. Go for it. He has to. Rook b6, knight h5.
But now it's too slow. You take on G3. Black's got to be winning now. Look at this king.
Rook
It's wide
c7.
open.
Rook c7 though. Rook
You
c7.
distract the queen, and then you take on G3. Bishop e3.
But still you have counterplay.
Queen has to come back through
Queen
e7.
e7, yeah. Queen d8, okay.
Queen f2.
Makes sense. King f1. Go king f1, queen g2.
Whoa.
Braveheart.
The audacity.
Takes
I
on
would
bishop
go rook
e3.
f8 there, actually.
But queen g2 though.
Now is it native?
Now check king e2.
Right.
I don't
King
know.
e2 to
I like.
try-
Oh wait, is it mate or not?
No, knight on
it mate?
b3 defends e2.
Queen b2.
But then bishop c2.
No, not queen f3.
This is not the right way. Now the king runs to c2, but then he wants queen f2. Bishop takes
and
b6.
bishop b6, very practical as well.
Practical. Aha. No, but queen b1 is a threat. He might be missing queen b1.
Yeah,
That is
bishop
a huge
e2 was
threat.
bad move. Bishop
He
e2
missed
was
the threat
bad
of queen
move.
b1. That's a mate threat.
Queen d4. Queen d4. Yeah, now this should be winning. Queen a2.
And takes b6.
Queen a2, queen b6, yeah.
Here we go. He's taking a fade.
94, 94.
Back to d4. Take g6, though.
Queen g4, queen g4.
Knight g5.
Bishop h6, bishop h6. Okay. Nobody's
careful now. E4 is a threat. Yeah, bishop c5. Now queen e3 becomes a threat. No, I agree with your approach. But this is unstoppable. This is a huge threat because, well, knight g5. Oh, no, actually, king d1 he goes. Look at
tough resistance. Tough resistance.
Yeah, queen d3. He's just going to keep
knight
maneuvering.
h6.
I didn't like queen f2.
Knight h6, knight g4. He has to queen the knight.
Oh, my glance. He forces a queen trade. That's huge. And now it's a draw. Wow. Can you believe that? This is unbelievable. I mean, how to survive this position. And actually, watch white now get a better position.
Oh my God. If white wins this, that's...
I will fall out of my chair. I actually...
That was so winning for black. That was so
Knight
winning.
c5 draw.
Oh, no. I think these are the moments where Gukesh is lacking, where he had to finish him off. I think at least 2-3 games it happened. And the score would be completely different. It would have been like 9 for Arjun and then 8-9, yeah? So this finishing off is so important. Gukesh lacked there.
And, I mean, of course, kudos to Arjun, an incredible defender, so resilient. Just finding every little opportunity. It's crazy.
Bishop f3, queen e7, cd rook d8. No. Somebody in the chat is angry. Not in the Twitch chat, in the chess.com chat. Yeah.
So we have
rook d8, queen g4. Rook d8, queen g4.
Oh,
1-0.
And you can't go
g6.
G6 still holds on, but then takes a bishop f6 maybe.
Yeah. Bishop e7, yes. Okay, Gukesh fighting back. He has to convert such positions. Rook d1.
He does, yeah. Good so far. Now, he started well in the last game, too. At some point, it starts slipping away from him. Threatening bishop f6.
Nice. f5. Oh, bishop f6? What happens after bishop f6?
Queen h6, but then f6. Again, finding some chances.
But bishop f6, no? Bishop e7?
Yep. Nice.
Yep.
Yeah, I think you've got to keep the bishops. I mean, trading the bishops is already some sort of admission of failure.
Yeah. Agreed.
And he does.
f6, play h3. Just play h3.
Slowly.
You know? Yeah. He
They're
played
listening
h3.
to you. Rook c1 maybe in queen c7. There we go. Okay, what to do now? Rook d4, something general improving move like that. Yep, he's listening to both.
Yep, but takes on rook c8, queen b7, rook c8, bishop queen b7, king f7,
and then rook d1. Okay.
Rook c2 played a4,
right, great move.
Yeah. A4,
chipping
a5
away. Now queen is tied to e7. If you take on b3, you allow queen e7.
Yeah.
b4 played.
White is winning this. a5.
Russian
A played
chess.
it. Yeah.
Bishop b6, amazing. You're calling.
I like that we can predict everything.
Yeah, let's inside bishop b6.
Rook
maybe
b1.
not.
Rook b1.
Or if he plays that.
Bishop b6.
Queen a6, I thought maybe. But okay, now it becomes unclear. Bishop d8? No.
Queen c4? No, queen c4, you just taken rook a1, yeah?
Right.
But okay, you have to go queen c4, no? Queen d5.
Okay,
queen
a7.
Like queen a7.
b3.
b3. Yeah. It looks ugly. e4 maybe.
Black's going to win this, I'm telling you.
Play e4. No. Play e4.
Goes here. He stops the pawn from behind. Now, if he takes the pawn, black is pressing. This is crazy. Rook a5. And again, not able to deliver the rook b5, and b3 is coming. That rook on d1 is undefended. He can't even move the bishop.
7. Oh, no. Man.
But he's got to go for it.
Yeah. Queen c7, queen c8.
Queen a6 maybe.
Yeah, queen c7, yeah.
Rook b3.
Queen c8. Queen c8, b3, queen h8, muddy the water. Queen c2.
Passive defense now, queen f5.
No. Never.
Queen c2 coming in. Yeah, it's just the technique. You were absolutely right. But it is just lacking. Bishop a3, king e6. He's going to start bringing the king in.
Oh, I see that my Discord has raided. Welcome.
What does that mean?
Discord, like the people who you know Discord, right?
Yeah. But what does it mean for Discord to raid?
Like
Oh,
all
like
of them who are watching, they just jump in here, like how you
Oh,
raid in
okay.
Twitch,
Awesome,
right?
awesome.
Yeah,
Well, welcome. We've got a great crowd here. We've got still thousands watching this match. We appreciate everybody so engaged. We're having a great time, and we hope you are as well. So big shout out to everybody watching, whether it's early or late. Wouldn't be the same without the fans.
agreed. And this is going to be a draw,
This
painful
is.
draw for Gukesh
And
after
now
getting such a winning position.
Yeah, now
He might
he's the
even
one who has
lose.
to make the draw. Yeah.
No, King
No,
D8.
but the
Yeah,
bishop is
no.
anchored. You know, without the pawn, you can lose that easily.
Yeah.
Yeah, draw. And maintaining the 7-point lead is Arjun. Now let's see what. Oh, bishop g5. Look at that. f6 here, I thought is sort of the critical move.
Really? I thought knight f6 is the move now. Okay,
But doesn't that transpose to like a Trompowsky with d5?
Yeah. If you play e3 and
that's a very profound point I just made there.
It's the same like a4 queen b1 b4, isn't it like similar to that?
Right.
Yeah, queen c7 I really don't like. This okay. To just disappoint the fans, I would say that the match is almost over. I think there's no coming back for Gukesh. But it's about pride now, Bishop f5. If he can put up a good show and like win a couple of games, that would be nice.
And in addition, there's prize money involved because a percentage of the prize money goes based on the amount of games that you have won. So there's specific stuff on the line. And I don't want to put words in people's mouths, but at least in my case, you never just you play until the last drop of blood. You might know that you've lost the match, but as you said, it's about pride and it's about effort. And there's still a lot of fun games to go in the last 20 minutes here.
So I would ask the chat if they want to have ask any questions because we will be interviewing the players after the match. So if they have any questions, just put them in. I'm reading, so maybe we can ask them some fun questions.
Definitely.
Bishop e5 now.
In 94. Now he's going to get the blockading square.
Oh, but I thought he should have taken bishop e5.
Right. Now there's a possibility of trading knights potentially either through f6 or through e3. Rook e2.
Yep.
And look at the time, 49 seconds. If king f7, there's
bishop
knight
a3.
h6 check.
No, bishop a3 doesn't work.
Ooh. Okay, knight h6 though.
Yeah.
King c6. Rook e6.
But is it something bishop a3 in the end?
I'm
always eyeing for that a3 pawn.
It's happened. Bishop, it's happened. Amazing. You got it. And wait a minute. So knight g. No. Wow. And Gukesh.
He did this happen in the game?
It did.
Oh.
Amazing.
Bishop
you
a3.
Got it. But maybe ba and then king h6, rook e5, knight c3. Try to catch that king somehow, but I don't see how.
Yeah, king at 6.
Well, he did. Wow, we're
knight c3.
Bishop g5, bishop d. Okay, he pushes the pawn again. He finds that practical chance. How do you stop the pawn?
Agreed.
Amazing.
Very practical. Now bishop g5 and rook e7, d6.
Yeah, exactly.
But okay, he goes d6 first. Okay. Rook d1, bishop g5 has to be
rook
played.
e7.
Yeah,
as you
rook
said.
e7, d7. What's happening? Is white winning?
White's winning. Well, there's some passed pawns, but rook e8 is unstoppable.
Yeah, but then b3, b4, b3. It's just...
Rook g7, rook f7.
Oh,
you've got to go king f8.
So sharp. King f8.
You need to go king f8, but then rook takes d7, king e8.
Will he repeat?
No, he's got to go here in d7. I mean, d7 has got to be winning.
Yeah. And then rook g7, rook f7, GG. Rook g7, rook f7, no? Oh no, again.
But king f8 again.
Yeah. But now you don't even have the repetition. No,
that might have been a mistake for white because white loses the tempo. He loses the tempo. King h8.
Rook e7 now. Rook e7 because bishop g7.
Oh.
Rook e7, b3, bishop g7.
Unbelievable.
Bishop g7.
Look at him.
Yeah.
Huh, beautiful.
Yeah. Okay, it's getting bad. It's getting bad.
Yeah, rook e8 wins, and there is enough resources there and resignation. We see that rating is not coincidental. He is worth probably even more than that. So experienced at bullets, so fast, so accurate, so sharp. You name the adjective.
It just turned. I think after bishop e3, I thought black was the favorite, but
yeah, you found this idea with
so
d5. It's incredible. Now, how tough? I mean, it's got to be tough to play. When you feel
Knight
like you're
b3.
getting pummeled.
Yeah. You
It's
just want it to
tough.
be over, yeah? Just wanted to finish. Bishop g5, yeah, nice move.
I think
Knight
this is
b3.
actually a lion. Yeah,
Yeah.
but gotta keep it going. You have to try to score some honor goals. Bishop f. Okay, so now wait a minute. There was like queen f2,
Knight
but
d3,
d5 is
rook
hanging.
e7. Oh, bishop
Well,
g4. Nice.
what if rook
Nice.
e5? No, this is probably not good.
Why not? Why not?
Bishop d1, bishop d5, bishop e5.
No. I didn't want to play bishop d5. I wanted to play rook e7.
Oh, oh man. Wow, that would have been really interesting. He's gone queen a4 though.
Okay. Queen a3, not bad. Rook e7
Now the
coming.
queen
Is it winning?
slicing through. Queen d6 might come. Knight c6 though.
Oh, knight
But
c6.
queen d6. Queen d6
Yeah,
is
maybe
a
at
crusher.
6. Maybe at 6 has to be played. Okay.
Yeah, now I think it's just over.
1-0. Gukesh with a comeback win. I think
Very
Arjun
nice
will just
win.
resign.
Yep.
You think
I
he'll just
agree.
resign? No.
I think he'll resign after bishop d5.
He will.
I think he will resign after bishop c6. I think he'll resign after bishop c6. Maybe after bishop e7 he will resign. There we go.
Finally. Fifth time is the charm.
That was a great game by Gukesh.
Good
Now,
comeback by Gukesh.
as they start the next game, we just want to show one more time the match score progression as we see slowly building up. That lead was Arjun, of course. Bit by bit. The word to describe this, consistency, Vidit, as you were saying from the very start.
Yeah.
Just ironclad boa constrictor chess and so tactically sharp. And he just kept on.
I think when it came
keeping
to
on.
this time pressure moments, there was a big difference there between Gukesh's play and Arjun's play.
Now, a question
what
for
would
you.
you like to ask, actually?
Yeah, I'm going to be wide open about this. I think that's my weak spot of commentating. I'm not good at inventing questions on the fly. It's not that I'm not interested in their thoughts, but I never know what specifically to ask. So one thing we could ask, I guess, is it's all the cliche question. Did you prepare?
Yeah.
How did you prepare? Are you upset? Are you happy that you won? Yeah. So maybe the chat can help us here. What do you think? Do any questions come to mind?
I want to ask how sleepy Arjun is. I want to know.
That's good.
He's about to just after the match, he'll just sleep right there.
Right, he'll just on that very chair. That looks like a comfortable chair.
And I can see that Gukesh is upset on the camera. I can sense that.
Yeah, that head in the hands. And we see the live odds 5% now and I mean that's.
So if Arjun wins, who would he play in the next match?
Great question. I don't know off the top of my head. Let's see if we can get that. And we have our amazing producers pulling up the bracket right there. He will play, let's see, the winner of Jeffrey Zhang against Nodirbek Abdusatorov.
I guess Chong.
Yeah, definitely. Heavy favorite is Jeffrey, but Nodirbek is a good blitz player, so it's going to be an interesting match as well. But most likely Zhang.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, but we'll see.
I see there is another Grandmaster Ronak Sadhwani in the chat who's also playing this tournament. He says, VD, Arjun sleeps at 4. I know him.
So that was that rumor was maybe he's just that relaxed.
He's just chill.
So relaxed. Yeah, that's okay.
By the way, knight f5, is it winning now? Knight g8?
I think it is. Look at that knight, king to c3.
Yeah, knight g8 coming.
Knight g8 is
It's
being
just
threatened.
lost. Even knight d5, both the moves,
Yep.
Getting out of hands
G8,
there.
very nice catch.
Yeah.
And now where do you go?
Oh, double attack.
And knight d6 is the
king
threat.
c6 will be played now.
He
He
simply
just
resigns.
resigns. Yeah. Why? But I don't think it was resignable. Oh, maybe there was knight g5.
Right, and you can get a little tilted that way. I actually will admit that when I get really tilted, I tend to do that. I start resigning really early when I lose a pawn. You know what I mean? You just start resigning.
You do? I've never seen you resign.
When I'm very tilted, I can totally do that. I'm a late resigner normally. I can be quite obnoxious in my late resignation, I admit. But I don't know. I always feel like
I feel like it was not so much of a tilt today. It was just the strength. I think Arjun was much stronger in blitz, in my opinion. Do you feel the same?
completely. I mean, it's just the strength is so evident in every aspect, consistency, but also calculation, positional games. He had every time control it was showing. So incredible.
I guess
incredible play.
usually in the first rounds of this tournaments, first like in the knockout, it's usually like the score there is a big difference. But as it gets closer, second round, third round, and in the finals, the scores are much more balanced. I would say like it's a very close fight.
Right.
Now bishop c5, by the way, only move maybe.
Oh, yeah. Take that knight out of the picture.
Yeah.
Yep, he does it.
Oh, I see another very popular streamer. Anna is in the chat.
Indeed, shout out Namayam. And we appreciate so many awesome people, Raunak, and all of the fans here to accompany us as the match draws to a close.
Queen b2 should be played.
Yeah, let's see that up. Now the queen. Okay, he does this. Now b4.
Bigfoot is asking, where is my shout out?
Okay, Bigfoot, you. Yeah, we're not going to give you a shout out because you're. No.
You have too much power.
Exactly. Well, white is definitely better. I think toward the end here, Gukesh is playing well.
Queen b2 had to be played, by the way. Rook here, I don't like.
Yeah,
okay, but he doesn't need to care now.
This is like this is such a nice position. Knight takes d5 even.
Yeah.
97.
How much time is left, by the way, in the match?
10 minutes on the dot. Just a hair under 10 minutes now.
So I guess 3 or 4 games would be played right now.
Yep. So let's see if Gukesh can make it a little bit closer. He's got this end game up a pawn. Will he be able to convert? Which he has been having trouble with the whole match.
Pyuki says, we gave him a shout out. He timed out 2 of your mods and I'm so happy.
Oh, this is cruel. Knight d4, by the way, is interesting.
94 rook. Yeah, 94 was a good move.
There's some typical Nerditsky stuff there.
Yeah.
Now rook d5.
So good. Oh, I would never take on e6.
I guess he wants rook e5.
Yeah, but still.
Very concrete.
He resigned. So did he win like last 2 games or what's the deal? No. Arjun won the last game. Right.
Yeah. So nice game there. And 9 minutes left exactly in the match. Queen's gambit here.
Bigfoot exposed is going on.
Oh yeah, this is what we all really came for. So yeah.
What is this b5 stuff?
This is like, I guess he wants a5 quickly.
Yeah.
Rook b1 though, isn't what? Oh.
Rook b1 knight is ab
so
knight.
Rook b1, he wants this, and then he wants to attack this pawn.
Knight a2, maybe I would take on b4 first, and then
he does knight a2.
Knight d5,
bishop
d2.
It's all about
bishop
keeping this
h7
pawn.
check also, by the way. Yeah.
Oh, that exists. Yeah.
But bishop
d2 is a double attack. I mean, you attack c6.
Yeah.
All of a sudden. And we remind
g6 h4.
Ooh, and we remind the fans here that part of the reason they're completing the match is because a significant portion of the prize does depend on the actual number of wins, even if the result of the match has been decided, which I think is a great touch. And it's fitting to conclude the match. And they're continuing to fight, as we can see. But h5, a 95.
Yeah, he's now just playing for the crowd.
h5.
Nice.
But I think this is really good.
It's so satisfying to win such a game, by the way, with with such domination.
And now I would add some sacrifices to the mix, like some bishop g8 ideas, which doesn't work, obviously. But this is Arjun. He will play like very consistent knight g4 kind of moves.
No, he'll play bishop d3. Yeah, he'll just
almost. Yep, got it. Whoa, look at those squares.
I guess now I'm able to guess his moves.
I think he's going to go knight c1 to d3 at some point, or maybe not.
Knight C.
Maybe just takes, no? Knight c5, bishop d5.
Bishop D5, bishop B4.
No,
But then rook A2.
rook
and
a2,
knight
rook
D3.
a2, rook a2.
Ooh. Look at the man go.
Queen c5. He'll play queen c5. Oh, bishop c5. Okay.
If his pawn were on H7, that would be a
yeah,
little
it
bit
would
better.
last. Yeah. But still, good enough. Or is it rook e8?
Is it rook E8? H7. Oh,
he should
he
have
had
gone
to go
rook
rook
E8.
E8.
Yeah.
Yep. With tempo, so the king can get to H7. Wow.
I was just thinking if you could ask them with your Grishuk accent, yeah, some questions afterwards. It would be
Do you
so
think
fun.
would they appreciate it? You think I should actually do that? I can do it.
I don't know. Look at Arjun. I think he doesn't care about anything. Whatever you do.
Right, Grishuk, he doesn't get. No, but it reminds me of me, of course. I also don't really care what anybody does. I simply make decisions based on what I want. Yes. Now we have
Thug life
Nairov.
Shasha. Thug life Shasha.
Yeah, watch Grishuk. He's going to knock on my door right now. Like, I'm not happy with this.
No, but I'm big fan of your Grishuk accent, man. I've
Thank
never
you.
seen a Grishuk accent like this.
Yeah, well,
Okay, some
that's
knight
basically what I do to pass the time. Yeah, Arjun is like
95, 92. Yeah, sorry, you're saying something?
Ooh. No, nothing of substance. Like most of the things I say. I guess E4. Oh yeah, he does play E4.
Yeah, e4.
Oh, the D4 square is yielded, but
No, it's a pawn though. Free pawn.
it is a pawn. In the opinion of international master Sekanyan, black is a pawn. And 95 comes in.
Only those who watch the entire stream know that reference.
Exactly. Now, but it's like all the Russians know that reference. The sort of old school Russian players, but now everybody's going to know that, which is great. And this looks nasty for white.
There is a huge demand for Anish accent, but I think Anish's accent is tough to pull off.
Very
He
tough.
speaks so fast. He speaks so fast that it's very hard to mimic him.
It's similar to Nepo in some way, but I promise. Give me a week or so. I'll work on that next. I'll give you guys my word.
Anish accent coming in 1 week.
Indeed. It's similar to Nepo, so I don't think it'll be impossible. Now D2, by the way, is interesting. A bishop G5, or maybe Rook C1, D2.
Oh yeah, Rook and D2 seals the deal.
Yeah.
Oh, bishop B4 also.
Okay,
Yeah,
it's so winning and collapsing completely on its.
Yeah, 8 seconds. Knight C3 will be played, and then bishop C3. No, okay.
Of course, Ronak, our pleasure. Thank you
D2.
for being in the chat. Ugh. 90.
Thank you, Ronak. Rook D4.
Rook D4, Rook C3, Rook D1.
Rook D1. Yeah, Rook D4. GG.
D1.
Now he's just taking time, yeah? Okay. Rook
Yeah,
D4.
yeah.
Resigns coming in. Nice fork. 92.
Ugh. Yeah. Rook D1 with bishop E1 takes and Rook E8. Swing it back. Oh, this Rook D8, even more precise. And 3.5 minutes to go. Probably 2 games left in this match. Tough for Gukesh. Now down 9 points. But he keeps fighting. What to do? Such is the nature of this game.
Yup. Agreed. Big margin, by the way. I think yesterday Nihal won by 16-8.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And today, what's the score? Like 16.5, 7.5 already, yeah?
Right. I mean, I expected it to be a little bit closer, but I also think, the form, he made very few blunders, did Arjun. I can't even think of a single, one move blunder he made.
Mm-hmm. So I think the prediction was 7-3 in 1+1 by the, I don't know what is that called, SCC prediction meter.
How dare you get the name wrong? Smart Chess Statistical Analysis.
Yeah, it's
meter
so
analysis.
easy. It's so easy
Right.
to
Of course, it rolls right off the
Smart
tongue.
Chess, analytical, statistical.
An analytical database, Excel spreadsheet analysis platforms. Yeah. I know all of that talk because I'm from the Bay Area. I know all that Silicon Valley talk. Developing engineering platforms for a better tomorrow, integrating solutions and SEO management enhancement.
Smart chess prediction software statistical
Well, but
analysis. It was
it's
7-3
great.
there.
It was close. It was very close.
Yeah. Very, very nice name, guys, by the way. Very nice name. Very easy to remember.
This is the most anyone has ever talked about it in its history. But yeah. Now again, an advantage here for white. Look at that pawn on e5. I guess the knight on d5 can be dislodged with c4.
Yeah, yeah. It's now all about pride. And
Right. Ugh. Look at these squares. These squares. Rook f4, by the way, can be considered here.
Knight f7, knight d6.
Yeah.
Or rook d6 also. Yeah, yeah. He goes for knight d6.
Oh,
I know
he's
Arjun.
gonna play
By the end of the show, I know. Bishop g5. Yeah, I know
Yeah.
Arjun by now.
And knight e8 if rook g7 maybe.
No, he'll
But
play
then
bishop
queen
at
e5.
6. He'll play bishop at 6.
He'll go knight e8 for the fans.
Bishop at
For the
6.
fans. Knight e8. Oh, so neither.
Trolling us.
He'll play king h1. Okay. Now he'll go knight e8.
Just
There we go. Oh.
consider with it fired is going on.
Right. Now h4 though. You just repeat it that way.
I guess it's Nick in the chat.
Oh, totally. Yeah, it's got to be. Oh, look at these squares.
My last day today here, guys. After messing up that name.
Oh, you're fired. Knight g5 takes e6. Look at this knight completing its victory tour. Knight d8 takes
Knight
c6.
d7,
e6 takes the rook. This is a symbolic of the match. And I think that might have been the last game, or they have one more to go.
7 seconds. Oh, if he had not resigned, the game would be over.
Yeah, and this is the last game, folks. A 10-point lead. Yeah. So what are we? So what are we asking the players?
But it's pretty close. The smart chess addict analysis prediction meter
It is
was very cool. Yeah, it was 7-3. It could happen.
Wait. So what is the current score on the bullet, though?
It's 6-3, no?
Oh my goodness! So it's almost on the dot. That actually is really impressive. I know we were laughing about it, but that is really impressive.
Oh, people are now writing the questions. How sleepy are you guys? Trish. It's 1 a.m. in India, by the way.
When I always struggle with, I don't want to seem like I'm being obnoxious. Like, I know it can be very upsetting to lose such a match, and I hate to impinge on his recovery period, especially with Gukesh.
Yeah.
And I feel like sometimes it can be invasive to ask her, "Oh, like what went wrong, bro? Let me reflect on the game.
Just recover. Yeah.
It's none of your business, So I struggle with that a little bit.
So you want to go for the questions, or I should take charge?
Let's alter. I mean, maybe I can start and then we'll alternate.
Yeah.
How about that?
So guys, in the chat, if you have some questions which you really want to know,
Yeah, we need help.
if you really, really want to know, some modern.
By the way,
there.
D5 won a piece there, I think.
Oh yeah, Bishop E3 DC.
Yeah, DC, but whoa. Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe like
we both said we are in sync there. Rook D7 coming in. So smart chess prediction meter, you might be just wrong by 1 point there. Or not.
Oh, non-castle.
Or not. Or not. But EF now.
I actually have a potential idea from someone in the chat. I remember Kramnik hosted this camp with top Indian talents, and they played no castle chess.
Yeah.
And maybe we could ask them about their experience playing no castle chess and if they think it's actually, worthwhile.
Yeah, you can go ahead with it. By the way,
right.
smart chess again proving smart because B4, B3, and now Arjun
You
taking
think Black's
over.
going to win it? It's exactly going to be 7-3, knight f4, knight c4 coming in, but 9 seconds left.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah. Don't play rook e5. Yeah, rook e5, rook d8 was also okay.
Rook
Rook d4,
e8.
rook e92. Oh no.
Now the knight comes to f5. F5.
Yeah. No, he won't play f5.
G6. You will put it
See,
back.
you don't know Arjun yet.
Yeah, it's just I can't help myself. I can't help it.
Bishop b7. Bishop b7. Bishop d5.
King h8. Okay, rook d8. Knight f3 and rook d8 would have been interesting with some mating ideas. He does the second thing first. He wants to trade and then mate him on f3. Oh, it's almost mate. Rookie takes this pawn.
Knight d3, such technical play.
Knight
Knight f4
f4.
check. Yeah.
Knight e6.
Rook d4. Knight p2,
Just
of course.
collects all the
Rook
pawns,
d6.
rook d6, and knight
yeah.
d3. And he shuts him back down.
Yeah. Now I know Arjun, how he plays.
Knight e6.
Rook a7
But
back.
I don't think he played that particularly well here. I think it was overly
Yeah.
technical, if anything.
But it's
maybe
fine.
also
He doesn't need to care
f4
too much.
and mate on
f4,
on
go
f7.
f4, yeah. Knight e6.
Oh my god. Oh.
No cookies.
Yeah, no soup for you. Okay, now I hope this doesn't last for another hour.
Okay. The match is
Alright.
over, guys. The match
All
is
right,
over.
folks. All right, guys. All right. Hey, guys, it's John. All right, f4, g3.
He's still trying to win, yeah?
Yes, yeah. It's the, well, I understand. I mean, competitive
Yeah,
sphere.
of course. Yeah.
But the match is
Oh,
over,
G3?
guys.
Is it happening? Oh, no. I thought G3 was a nice trick there.
Oh, and some, aha.
Yeah,
Oh,
he should
like-
have played G3.
Uh-huh. Lol.
Please don't play this for 100 moves.
Yeah, I'm also solemnly asking these players to remember that the match is over and
Yeah.
and
you don't
simply
need to. Yeah.
Yeah,
Save it for the next match. But
right,
okay.
exactly. All right, Rick.
We have 5,000, almost 5,000 people watching.
Incredible.
Thank you, everyone, for joining in.
And we've only grown that number despite a minor tournament going on. So we appreciate it. This has been amazing. We will say our proper thank you at the end if this game ever ends. But
The thank you speech. Yay.
indeed, that's what everyone's waiting for. And there's just go G3 Arjun.
Yeah, just
Give
go. Finally, thank you.
Takes an F2, but this is going to last again for another 30 moves. Oh, he might mate him though.
How? Where's the mate? Where's my money?
How? I'm not a specialist in how.
Bishop f1, bishop f1.
Knight
King
E2.
h2. Ooh,
Ah.
I don't like bishop g2. But okay, it's fine. Yeah, draw. No, king f3.
But then
Okay, no,
bishop
no.
F1 anyway.
Yeah. Okay, this
Knight
is just a
G3,
draw.
wait a minute.
Arjun. My first question is going to be, Arjun, why you just didn't take the draw there?
But yeah, you're. Yep.
Just take it. End the suffering.
This is crazy. The last game
what?
of the match.
What the hell is 5D chess? I just see.
Oh, I heard of it. There we go.
Finally.
107 moves, and that concludes officially the match 18-8 in favor, of course, of Arjun Erigaisi. Incredible performance
Indeed.
by him in all sections across all games. And I believe we will take a very short break before returning with the interviews. We will break very shortly. And when we come back, interviews with our two competitors. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. And we have for you today's two competitors, Grandmasters Arjun Erigaisi and Gukesh Domaraju. Arjun, congratulations on an excellent match. Vidit and I felt throughout the match that you demonstrated very, very practical play, very consistent play. Did you make some sort of conscious decisions before the match as to style, or did you just kind of play your usual chess and things went well?
I just played my usual chess and it worked out quite well.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we were impressed throughout, Vidit.
Yeah, I noticed that many times you're taking like practical decisions. So according to you, what do you feel was the critical moment, and where did you start feeling comfortable in the match?
Uh, I think at first I was quite comfortable, but then in 3+1 I lost one game and I was on a slight tilt, but it didn't really affect me much.
Mm-hmm.
And
Well,
Gukesh, what about you? What did you think went wrong for you in the match? It was close. Little many games I felt that you had chances, but you couldn't convert. Where Arjun was very very resistant. So, do you think that was the deciding factor? What went wrong for you?
First of all, congrats. Yeah, I think in the opening and all, I was better in many games, but the last seconds, like below 10 seconds, I was not able to. I blundered a lot. Yeah, that really spoiled them.
mm-hmm. Well, fair enough, and that was very well played and well fought by you as well. Well, we will not take up any more of your time. We know it's very late for you, and you've just played a very difficult match. Congratulations once again, Arjun, on an excellent match, and Gukesh to you as well for a great fight. And thanks both of you. It was a pleasure to commentate the match. Goodbye. And well, that concludes today's match. Vidit, what is your hot take? What is sort of the word that describes today's match in your opinion?
I think it was I don't think there were like big blunders or something. I think the match was played at a pretty high quality for Blitz.
Mm-hmm.
And I felt like just in the critical moments, as Gukesh pointed out, that Arjun was much more tougher and very sharp in tactics. So I think he deservedly won the match. In my opinion.
Indeed. I agree completely. Well, before we conclude, let's take one more look at the bracket. Of course, we know that Arjun has advanced. He will play the winner of Jeffrey Zhang against Nodirbek Abdusattorov. Of course, Jeffrey is the favorite. That's going to be a fascinating match. And we remind you that the Smart Chess prediction, which today was kind of redeemed, predicts that Nihal Sarin, who yesterday scored a convincing victory against Andrew Ting, will go on and win the whole thing. But of course, we have so many close matches to come. This is only the beginning. We've already been treated to some incredible chess. And unfortunately, today comes to a close, but we have so many more days of action. Vidit, it was a real privilege and a pleasure to be commentating with you as we take one quick look at the scheduling. We have a whole month of action. Vidit, thank you so much. This was awesome.
Thank you, Danya. It was great commentating with you. Looking forward to more of this stuff.
Absolutely. And we want to send a huge thank you to the thousands of fans, over 5,000 on one platform and throughout platforms, who were staying up late and cheering on the players and participating in a very lively chat. This would not be possible without you. So we really appreciate it. And with that being said, thank you, everybody. This was GM Daniel Nardizki commentating with GM Vidit Gujarati. We hope everybody stays safe. Have a great rest of the day, and we will see you during the next match. Goodbye.
Peace out.